What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement, and we're back here in the basement for the New York Yankees versus the Chicago White Sox. That's what we're here for today. I don't know how. I mean, like, come on. This is a game that this should be a game that we're ready to sweep. A game that we're ready to sweep. Not a game that we're hoping to not lose 2 out of 3 to. I mean, come on. That's where we're at right now. Juan Soto's up right now. 3 home runs last night, guys. 3 home runs for Juan Soto last night is absolutely insane. Insane, right? 3 home runs for Juan Soto last night. He's up right now. We got he's hitting 306 right now. I mean, come on, man. I think the Chicago White Sox had lost 24 out of 25 when they first came in to play us. So give me a break. Let's get this thing going here. You know, that's what I'm talking about right there. So I'm still setting up, making some changes to what happened the last time. You guys already know how this goes. Is that gone? Juan Soto, another home run. Another home run. This is incredible. Juan Soto just knocked it out of the park again. Wow. You know, they intentionally walked him last night when it was 3 out of 4. I mean, he had 3 home runs in a row, and his fourth at bat, they intentionally walked him. Right? So this is crazy. Crazy. So we have, oh my gosh. This is insane. I'll be right with you guys if you're in here. Give me a second. I'm still setting up. Of course, you already know how this is. Oh my gosh. Absolutely amazing. Pretty incredible. Pay this guy his money. Pay this guy his money. I'm serious. You have to pay this man his money. You have to. You have to pay this man his money. Raleigh, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Raleigh, first one accounted for in the basement. Bruin, another OG cellar dweller accounted for. Bruins in the basement. Bond, first Ozzy accounted for. Bond's in the base. What's up, Bond? And Bruin, everybody's here. What is going on? Juan Soto is ridiculous. You pay this man his money. You pay this man his money. That's what you do. You pay his man his money. I'm serious. I like. That's what you do. I don't understand how you're gonna. How can we let this guy go? You can't let this guy go, right? You can't let this guy go. 1 second, guys. I can't believe I'm doing all this without having any technical difficulties. But we're pulling it off. Let me shut up. I got one last thing to do. One last thing to do. I'm pulling it off so far. Pulling it off so far. Yeah. Raleigh, what's going on? Wish we kept. Yeah, Raleigh, man, the Padre. Like, can you guys believe that this guy is only 25 years old? He's only 25 years old. That's it. You would think that Juan Soto's way older than that. He won with the Nationals. He was on the Nationals for a little while. You would think he was way older than this. He's 25. Paid his man his money. You got to pay him. You got to pay him, right? You have to. You have to pay him. I don't understand how you could. I'm worried that the Yankees are going to let this guy walk. And you know where he's going to end up? On the Mets. The Yankees let him walk. He's going to end up on the Mets. He's going to end up on the Mets. Watch. They let him walk. You got to be kidding me, but I'm not kidding you. I'm talking to myself. You got to be kidding me, but it's true. You cannot let this guy walk. Cannot. Bond, doing well, JB. A little nervous about the Bombers versus Swans game tomorrow night. Bond, I took the Swans in that one, and I don't even feel good about it. But I've learned, you know what I've done like 3 times this year? I'll change it at the last second, and I've lost all 3 times. I'm not doing that again. Not doing it again. all three times I made changes at the last second. I, I'm pretty sure that's who I took, Bon. We get into the finals too, man. Like when the finals start, I'm gonna start reviewing those games, man. So Will Warren is getting another chance here. Will Warren is getting another chance with the Yankees. He got shellacked by the Angels last time around. He has an 11 ERA in two starts. He got beaten up by the Phillies too, but the Yankees came back and actually won that game, so we didn't have to really worry about it too much. Um, but I mean, come on, man. If he can't pitch well against this team, even though Luis Hill got bombed, but I mean, really, we're back to reality. The White Sox had their one great game, and they're going to lose tonight too. It's already 1-0. But Will Warren, if he can't pitch well tonight, he's getting a golden opportunity. He got a chance to be called up because Jazz Chisholm. We'll get into that in a minute. But anyway, with him on the injured list, Warren got another chance coming up from the minor leagues to pitch tonight. He needs to really show out tonight. If he gets bombed by this team, he's going to be on that. He's going to be on that ticket to ride right back to the minor leagues, man. He's starting out good so far. 1-2 on Lopez. Yeah, Raleigh, man. That I can't even believe the Padres last year didn't even. They didn't even make the playoffs, did they, Raleigh? I don't even think they made the playoffs with that lineup of Machado and Tatis and Soto, Xander Bogaerts. Josh Bell was on that team, right? Like, how does this team not make they didn't make the playoffs, I don't think. Or did they make that one-game wild card? I forget. Uh, yeah, I'm not totally sure. Guys, no, we didn't. So disappointed. Yeah, you didn't make the playoffs, right? I didn't think so. That's insane with a batting order like. But you know what? When I grew up, the Yankees in the 80s, then again, either you won the pennant, you won the division. What did Ricky Bobby say? If you ain't first, you're last. Well, if you didn't come in first, you didn't make the playoffs. So the Yankees had a lot of teams back then that had like softball lineups. I mean, everybody could hit bomb shots, but our pitching staff, merry-go-round on the bases. Merry-go-round on the bases, man. I mean, we had a guy named Andy Hawkins around 89, 90, around there. He threw a no-hitter for the Yankees and lost 4-0. True story. Look him up. Andy Hawkins. 4-0, and he threw a no-hitter. Here's Luis Robert Jr., who I don't know what happened to this guy. He was a big-time hitter, and now he's hitting 199. Guy was a great home run hitter. He's an all-star last year. He fell off the map this year. Warren's got a nice, well, it's a sweeper now. The sweeper sure looks a whole lot like the slider, does it not? He's hitting 199. Oh, he only played in 64 games. He must have been hurt. I haven't been following the White Sox besides the just how historically pathetic they've been. So yeah, Jazz Chisholm sliding to home plate the other night. That was really bad, really bad. I don't know if he tore his UCL or not. I don't know. I've been trying to get some updates here. I don't know if he did or not, but that would be really bad if he did. Yeah, you know what, Bruin? I'm going to tell you because I remember they lost 4-0. I'm going to tell you how they lost. I think it was a lot of walks and errors. Hold on. Because I forget how they actually pulled that off, but it's true. July 1st, 1990, Andy Hawkins no-hitter is a no-winner. Hawkins pitched a no-hitter for the Yankees, but lost 4-0 to the White Sox. I got the score right. Had 2 errors. Wait, I just lost the page. All right, here we go. Or here we don't go. Oh, here we go. Benintendi's up. He's hitting 214. Remember when the Yankees had him? At first, I was upset we lost him, but now I was like, I don't even care now. before I get to that, Judge is ranked first in home runs, on base percentage, slugging, OPS, walks, and WAR. He is first in all of those categories. Let's see. Bottom of the eighth inning turned out to be a half inning to forget for Hawkins and the Yankees after retiring the first two batters. Sammy Sosa, remember, he was on the White Sox. He got on an error. Hawkins then walks Guillen, so he still has a no-hitter. Oh, all right. The first guy got a hit, which was deemed an error. Then he walked the next two guys, so now they have the bases loaded with 2 outs. Robin Ventura comes up with the bases loaded. He hits a fly ball to left field that should have been the third out, but Jim Leyritz missed the ball. The ball bounced off Leyritz's glove and 3 runs scored. Oh, there's a hit right there. 2 outs. So Jim Leyritz dropped the ball. 3 runs score. Oh my gosh, what a disaster. Well, there you go. Yeah, I just looked it up. I knew it was something like that. Errors and walks. Can you imagine that? In bottom of the eighth inning, you get the first 2 guys out. Then the next guy grounds out the third. Mike Blowers, I remember him. He was supposed to be a big-time player for us. He wasn't. He commits an error. Then we walk the next 2 guys. Then the third out, the second chance at the third out, Leyritz drops the ball or missed the ball completely, whatever it said there. And all 3 runs scored. Because, yeah, with 2 outs, everybody's running, so I guess so. And then another guy got it. There was another error there. I didn't bother reading the rest. But, yeah, we lost 4-0 on a no-hitter. I'm telling you, New York teams, man, we find ways to lose in special ways. Yeah, it's bad, Bruin. That's really bad. So anyway, Will Warren, the White Sox got a man on second, 2 outs. He's throwing sweepers that are going 8 feet off the plate. I mean, come on, dude. Let's not even play around with. You know what? The point I wanted to make from yesterday. The Yankees won 4-1. Soto had 3 home runs. Hold on. Come on, Verdugo, get that. All right, we're out of the inning. Think about that. Soto had 3 home runs. The rest of the team managed another run. The rest of the team did nothing. The rest of the team did nothing. That's kind of concerning. The rest of the team did nothing. So that's not good. That's not good. So we're still not scoring runs. I'm trying to see if I can get an update here on Jazz Chisholm, man. Can you believe that we just get him and could be out for the rest of the year? I know the Yankees have him for the next 2 seasons. John Birdie's supposed to be coming back. He was another guy we got from the Marlins that's real fast, plays multiple positions. He has the worst hamstring pull in the history of baseball or history of sports. He's been out since the beginning of June with a hamstring. He's still out. He's supposed to be back in September. I'm like, wow, this is the worst hamstring pull in the history of the game. Oh, thanks, Bon. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir. So yeah, it's been crazy. Absolutely crazy. And guys, I won't be back on after today. I won't be back on till Sunday night. Looks like Sunday night. The Yankees don't play tomorrow. And I won't be here Friday night. I have a wake to go to. And Saturday's the funeral, so I won't be here for those 2 days. Really sad. Good cousin of mine passed away, man. He was a big Yankee fan. We used to text all the time during Yankee games, and really sad. He's only a few years older than me. So we'll be doing that on Friday and Saturday. So Sunday night I might be back on. But like I said, I'm back. So I wanted to come on tonight and get back on with you guys. So anyway, I can't find anything on Jazz right now. And Juan Soto they just showed an interview here. Juan Soto loves playing for the Yankees. He loves playing with Aaron Judge. And I know loving where you are and playing and doing all those things is a great thing. But, money talks. But I mean, and the guy already has a ring. Soto already has a ring. But you could be a part of the New York Yankees. Like, and that's on the Yankees. It's not even like he doesn't want to be here. That's on the Yankees. How can you let this guy? You're the New York Yankees. We're not the Pittsburgh Pirates. We're not some other team that can't afford a contract like that. You're the New York Yankees. You need to sign this man to whatever he wants. And I'm not big on I know a lot of these contracts are astronomical and they're insane, like Otani's and things like that. But sometimes you're just going to have to give this guy his money. There's going to be so many fans pissed if they don't. I appreciate it, Raleigh. Appreciate it, man. Coming on here actually makes it better because I'm talking to you guys and talking about the game, because usually I would be texting with him. I'd be texting him during Yankee games, and sometimes I was doing it while I was live. So it feels kind of weird when I'm not being here, man. So I'd take a couple days for that. But being on with you guys makes it a lot better, man, because I get to just talk, watch the game, and here we are. So I won't I'll try to be on Sunday night, but if nothing else, I'll definitely be on like all of next week. Football's back and everything's going to be back on track. So it feels you being out with you guys makes all the difference in the world, man. It does. It's like we're all hanging out anyway. We're in the basement. That's what it's about. Hey, is Brandon Ayuk going to get traded to the Steelers or what? What's going on there? Is Trent Grisham is a kind of a funny player for the Yankees. He's used, and there's another guy that Gold Glove outfielder. I almost tripped a tongue twister there. Gold Glove outfielder. Look at him. He has 64 games. He has 24 ribbies, 7 home runs, hitting 191. But if he was an everyday player, you're talking like he could be a 90 RBI guy. Think about it, 64 games. He has 7 home runs and 24 RBIs. He doesn't play every day. He's a great defensive outfielder. I mean, he came in the Juan Soto trade. He was like a throw-in. If Grisham was on almost any other team, he'd be playing a whole lot more. I like Trent Grisham. He's been a real solid player for us. Great outfield, Gold Glover. And as I say that, he strikes out on 3 pitches. So maybe I shouldn't big people up before they get going. Bond's back. Good stuff, Bond. So yeah, it's been really cool, man. It's been really cool having him here too. The Yankees bench is just loaded. So when you come look at poor Oswaldo Cabrera, man, this guy Oswaldo was killing it when DJ was out. Then he gets hurt. I mean, then Jazz comes. Oswaldo goes back to the bench. Then Jazz gets hurt. Now Oswaldo's back in. Now they're talking about bringing. Do you guys remember Oswald Peraza? He was like the next greatest thing coming up for us. 2 years ago, he was the hot topic. And then he kind of faded off. They're supposed to be bringing him back up, maybe just for a backup role. To me, if Jazz is out, play Oswaldo Cabrera, man. This kid, when he gets his opportunities, he takes full advantage of them. He plays, and he plays hard. I would keep that kid in, man. He is our new utility guy after we lose DJ. I don't see why we would keep DJ LeMahieu, and I like him. But I don't see why we would keep him after this year. He's 35 or 36 years old. He's having a down year. That he's had like that foot injury on and off for the past 2 years. Great hitting, 2-time batting champion. I like DJ. He could play multiple positions in the infield. But now it's time to let him go. Let Cabrera. Stick with Cabrera. Stick with Cabrera. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it over Jazz. I'm just saying make Cabrera the new utility guy. He plays his heart out, man. That kid plays his heart out. I like him a lot. He's hitting 245, and he takes full advantage of his opportunities. And I hope I'm not going to jinx him like I just did Grisham, bigging him up, and he strikes out on 3 pitches. Here's Volpe, who's 1 for 21. 1 hit in his last 21 at bats. Make that 1 hit in his last 22 at bats, as he is the 3rd out of the inning. Uh, Volpe's weird, man. He's a great fielder, but he goes on these major hitting streaks. He'll hit like get on. I think he got on base like 31 straight games of on base, whether it walks or hits, and then he disappears for like the next 15 games, and then he's back again on a 16 game on base streak, and he disappears again. I know it's an up and down thing with all hitters, but this guy just seems to. I don't know what to think of him yet. I like him, but I'm not a huge fan. Like he's not one of the guys I want to see up when we need runners in, and it's really sad that we got to depend so much on Soto and Judge, and the fact that we get a spark like Jazz Chisholm, and he gets hurt. It just, I'm telling you, I'm sick of this. It's like when the Jets got Aaron Rodgers and he gets hurt in 4 plays. We get Jazz Chisholm. He was here like a couple of weeks, got 7 home runs. He's stealing bases, which we need desperately, and he gets hurt. I mean, I know injuries happen, but come on. Right? Rocco's sick of it too. You hear him. It's amazing. It's tiring. It's tiring. So, anyway, that's what's going on there. And then I'm almost not even listening to any more Jet stuff. I going to Aaron Rodgers for a minute. Going to Aaron Rodgers for a minute. We've had Aaron Rodgers since April of 2023. Haven't seen him play yet, and it's just I'm so over all the articles and the news and the media and everybody. I want to see. I finally am ready to see him play now. I mean, what has it been? 18 months that we've had this guy? Has it been about 18 months? I think so. There goes Rocco in his Aaron Judge jersey. You can see he's got the arthritis, man, really bad, but he's tough as nails. We had him at the vet. They drew blood. All his organs and everything's doing okay. He's going to be 14. Rocco's going to be 14 in October. But it's just his arthritis is really bad. So he walks around like that, and it's I wish, man, when he was young, he would chase everything in the yard. He was like nonstop energy. But he's hanging in there. He's still good. He's tough as nails. He's stubborn, so we'll get a few years out of him. So that's where we're at there. All right, so we got 2-2 right now on Sheets is up. It's 1-0 Yankees still. I just want more runs. I just want more runs. That's what I want. Bottom of the second inning right now. This should be a quick game, a quick win, and that's it. Quick game, quick win. That's what I want. Get this game over with, get it done fast. Will Warren, this kid, I mean, golden opportunity here. Oh, no, is that gone? Come on. Look at that home run. Here we go. This kid Warren, if he loses this game, the Yankees drop 2 out of 3, which I told Lou. If Lou drops in here tonight, he'll tell you that before this series started 2 days ago, before we got bombed, I told Lou, watch us drop 2 out of 3 to this pathetic dumpster fire of an organization. They can't even call themselves a professional team. I mean, that's the way it feels, right? Watch the Yankee. I said, watch them drop 2 out of 3 to this team. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Come on, 1-1. We should be bombing this team. And every batter that comes up for the White Sox seems to be hitting 190 or 200, towing the Mendoza line. Crazy. The Mendoza line, for those that don't know, is batting 200. Like, you got to be kidding. Like, most of these White Sox hitters are hitting 190 to 200. 190 to 210, to be fair. 190 to 210 in that range. And come on. Paco, what's up? Come on. So, yeah, here we are. He's 31 pitches into the second inning. We really don't want to get our bullpen hasn't been anything special either. Our bullpen hasn't been anything special. Nothing. Look, here's Vargas 191. It's 2-2 on him still. It feels like it's been an hour. He's fouling off everything. Up! Oh, whoo! He flew out. First out right there. First out. Now look, here's Fletcher coming up. Next batter. 216 he's hitting. See, so we're not far off on these things. He's hitting 216. I mean, that's where we're at. Crazy. Now this kid Warren, I mean, he's got an opportunity. He's got the opportunity of the century to come through here. If he doesn't, I don't think you'll be seeing this kid back up here again this year if he doesn't come through. Manav, OG Cellar Dweller accounted for. Manav's in the basement. What's up, Manav? I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Like I said, being on here with you guys helps a lot. Because normally I'd be texting with him during the game. So, yeah, being on with you guys helps a lot, Manav. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. How you been, Manav? Everything good? Oh, Rocco's headed toward the steps. He can't be. I just took him out. What are you doing, Rocco? All right, so now it's 0-2. Warren has thrown this is his 37th pitch. All right, there you go. There you go. We got it. DJ got him out at first. Now that's 2 outs. Anthony Rizzo's supposed to be coming back soon. Now, another player I really like a lot, Anthony Rizzo, but before he got hurt 2 months ago, he was hitting 228 with like 8 home runs. I mean, like he wasn't doing very, very well anyway. Now here comes Chucky Robinson, the catcher. He's hitting 167. You guys, like, this isn't a team we should be losing to. We're not losing. It's 1-1, but I mean, we should be murdering this team. Yesterday, again, we had 4 runs. 4 runs, 3 of them by solo shots by Soto. Our team isn't hitting. Our team isn't hitting. It's really bad. All right, there we go. 1-1. Let's go. Let's get out of this inning. Let's get our bats up. And let's start scoring some runs. Oh, my cousin, Bruin. I maybe you weren't in here. I won't be. Well, tomorrow night the Yankees don't play anyway. Friday night I got to go to the wake, and then Saturday's the funeral, man. So he and I are pretty close. So this being out with you guys makes it a lot easier, man. So it's he's somebody I texted a lot with during the football season and during Yankee games. And, you know, he only lived an hour from me. So it's, feels weird. Like if I watched a couple games when they played the Rangers and felt weird with them not being able to text them. So like I said, being on here with you guys makes it easier because when we're on here, it's like we're all hanging out anyway. So here we go. Oh, he struck him out. Thank you. So he gave up 1 solo shot. It's 1-1. Let's get up here and start swinging the bats. Let's go. My goodness. So like I was saying, Bruin, I should be back on Sunday. I think the Yankees play at 7 o'clock. I should be. If not, I'll be back on a lot next week. But I won't be on after tonight. The earliest I'll be on after tonight will be Sunday. That's the earliest. I don't see why I won't be, but we'll see. If not Sunday, I'll be on a lot next week and then so on. We got football coming back, then the Knicks, the Rangers. Exciting times coming up. Exciting times coming up. Now, one of these freaking New York teams and Buffalo, someone's got to win something, man. It's been a while. And now Lou brought up, this is funny. Because Lou brought up, I even got to look up the team because I don't watch soccer at all. I respect the sport, but I don't really watch it. But there they are. They are the New York City Football Club, also known as New York City FC. That is the last New York team to win a championship, and they won the whole thing in They won the MLS title. Goodness gracious, how can I? You would think that'd be like the first thing they tell you. 2022. 2022. Yep. So anyway, yeah, 2022. So that's the last time New York. So if everybody tells you, hey, New York hasn't won a championship since the Yankees won in '09, say, the New York City Football Club, our soccer team won in 2022. So there we go. 2022. We got that going for us. At least somebody won. Cabrera grounded out. Gunner, OG Cellar Dweller accounted for. Gunner's in the basement. Yep. Thank you, Gunner. I appreciate it, man. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Yep. You guys being, like I said, being in here, it's like we're all hanging out anyway, man. You guys all make the difference in the world. You do. I appreciate all y'all, especially when I'm not on for a couple months and you guys are still here. The main people are still here and in the Discord. So everybody from the Aussies to you guys to not many people can miss a couple of months every year and then still have the same people come back. So I much appreciated. But we're back in here full swing, full swing. Anyway, DJ's up right now. It's 2-1. I mean, top of the third inning. Let's go. Come on. This is Gunner or Bruin. Have you anybody hear anything about Jazz? I know he's on the IL, but did he tear it? Does he need surgery? If he needs surgery, he's out for the year. And we just got him. DJ grounds out to second. Well, you would think the White Sox were like a contender this year when we're playing them. And by the way, the Angels, who was another pretty bad team, took 2 out of 3 from the Mets and took 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. Alex Verdugo's up. Verdugo's another guy. I like Verdugo. He's got a cannon of an arm. He started April and May. He was on fire. And he's fallen off the map with the bat. I don't know. He's a free agent at the end of this year, too. I don't know if they're bringing him back or not. I would think they're not bringing him back, but I'm not saying I don't want him. But that kid, Jason Dominguez, remember him, the Martian that they call him? I think they're going to go full force with him because Jazz is playing third now. I don't know. Part of me would bring Verdugo back because he is a great fielder and he's got a cannon of an arm, but his bat is really falling off the map after May. And he's not the only one. He's not the only one. Like I just said, I mean, Juan Soto basically scored 3 out of the 4 runs on his own yesterday. Look, Verdugo just struck out on 4 pitches. That was a pathetic 3 up, 3 down. We have 1 hit after 3 innings against the White Sox. You want to have some fun? The White Sox are 29-92, 42 and a half games out of first place. They're 18-43 at home, 11-49 on the road. They have scored a total of 380 runs. They have given up 624 runs. That is a difference of 244 runs in the negative. Can you imagine that? They've scored 380 runs and have given up 624. Now, just they have a 240 win percentage. The next worst team in baseball, they're 29-92. The next worst team in baseball is the Colorado Rockies. They have a 361 winning percentage. But even them, they have 521 runs scored. And 718 given up. Ooh, they've given up more. 718 runs given up. But only 197 difference. Boy, they're really bad too. They're 28 games out of first. But 29 and 92, the Rockies are 44 and 78. That would sound really bad until you look at 29 and 92. 44 and 78 is absolutely pathetic. But if I'm a Rockies fan, I'll be like, hey, look at those White Sox, 29 and 92. But don't tell the Yankees that, because the Yankees think they are in a wild card race with the White Sox or something. I haven't looked at Major League standings in a while. I'm just over. Okay, I went right to the Oakland A's. How bad are they? They're actually not that bad. They're 51 and 69. That's bad, but 51 and 69 is like a freaking World Series contender compared to those other teams. The Blue Jays, as usual, are in last. They're 56 and 64. What's up with the Blue Jays? What's wrong with that team? Every year they're supposed to have a team to do something, and they never do anything. Vlad Guerrero is like being wasted on that team. I would love Vlad Guerrero on my team. He's like being wasted. How about that? Get rid of Rizzo, who's also 35, 36. I like him. But man, bring in Vlad Guerrero. I think is he a free agent also this year? He might be. All right, so Warren's still pitching. Baldwin, 215. You guys hear these batting averages? Every batter, I'm telling you, is 190 to 210, with a couple of exceptions. And those exceptions are 214, 215. Struck him out. There you go, Warren. The White Sox-Yankee matchup is so bad. I mean, like, the White Sox are so bad. The Yankees' normal announcers, for those that listen to the Yankees, Michael Kay, Paul O'Neill, David Cohn, Joe Girardi. That's the normal rotation for the Yankees announcers. They don't even have, none of those guys are doing this series. We got John Flaherty, who's a former catcher of the Yankees and quite a few other teams. He's a decent announcer. He does some Yankee games anyway. And Ryan Rucco, who does occasionally. But it's like, hey, guys, you want to do Yankee games? No problem. I'm going to give you the Yankees and the White Sox. It's like when teams have those giveaway tickets. Hey, we got this family package. You know, you get all these tickets for this cheap and hot dogs. And it's usually when your team's playing like the worst team in the – it's never a huge matchup. But you know what? It is what it is. Way back, another Ozzy accounted for. Way back's in the basement. What's going on, way back? Good to see you in here, man. Hopefully, we have a better tipping week this week. Manav, there is a new law here in California which is messing with my work schedule next month. I'll be working only 2 days, Tuesday and Friday. What's the law, Manav? Manav, Yoshi's not allowed to work? What's the new law? There's a new law in California messing with your work schedule. So you can only work 2 days. Is there a law against you personally? What is it, Manav? You got to tell us. Yeah, Gunner, I don't understand why the Blue Jays are always so bad. And I know they did a full sell at the trade deadline, right? They got rid of Kiermaier. They got rid of a lot of guys. So did the Rays. The Rays, who were all like in the wild card, they were in position for the wild card. You know, in the battle, and they gave up everybody. They gave up like a Rosarina. They gave up Ahmad Rosario. They gave up a lot of guys. They just sold everybody. The Blue Jays gave up like everybody. And Danny Jensen, right? Didn't he go to the Red Sox? They gave him up too. So yeah, it's crazy. Medication, fam dweller in the house. What's up, medication in the basement? So here's Luis Robert Jr. Now, number 2 batter. The number 2 batter is hitting 198. His last 21 games, he's hitting 129. There is not one White Sox batter we've come across that's hitting over 215. And most of them are hitting 191 to 200. But today, you would think Frank Thomas was still on this team. Like, how are the Yankees having a problem with this team? It's insane. It's 1-1, bottom of the third inning. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Manav, they're making companies pay minimum wage to all their employees. Cabrera with a huge throw. Oh, I didn't think he'd get him. Robert's fast. Cabrera was deep, deep in the hole at third base. Backhanded it and tried to, he wasn't going to get him at first. So now there's 2 outs, man on first. This kid Warren's probably going to give up a 2-run bomb now. That was a great throw by Cabrera. He was safe anyway. DJ missed it. Whatever. He's on first after all that. They're making companies pay minimum wage to all their employees. So what does that mean? Like so they're cutting your hours? They're going to pay you minimum wage and cut your hours, Manav? Is that what's going on? Here's Andrew Benintendi. He's the third batter in the order. He's hitting 216. You see where I'm going with this? He's hitting 216. Now, Will Warren is a minor league pitcher for the Yankees. He got knocked around, but his first major league start was against the Philadelphia Phillies. Okay, they have the best record in baseball, or flip-flopping with other like the Dodgers and the Yankees and everybody for their best record, right? They got him. He tried to steal second base. We got him. Austin Wells threw him out. Wow, they got him. So, all right, he gave up like 4 or 5 runs to them. The Yankees came back and won that game. No problem. Then we play the Angels, who are not good. The Angels are not good. They're way better than the White Sox, but still not good. He got knocked out. He gave up, I think, a 2-run home run in the first inning, then a grand slam, like in the a solo shot in the second, then a grand slam in the third, something like that. Well, anyway, it was 6-0. It was 6-0 before you blinked your eyes. He goes back down to the minors. Now he gets another chance, comes up. And you're playing a White Sox, kid. If you can't win this game or you get knocked around, I mean, the third batter in the order is hitting 216. That's the top of the order. The second batter is hitting 191. You can't win this. You're going to be in the minor leagues forever. You're going to be riding on buses, on Greyhounds with the minor league teams for the rest of your career. Yeah, what is the minimum wage in Cali? $16 an hour. That's because everything in Cali, I drove big rigs out there. Everything in Cali is ridiculous. Cali is like, what's 87 fuel out there? Manav, is it like $5 or like $4.80? The gas out there is crazy, man. I think 87 regular is like oh, $4.50 a gallon. I'm saying $4.50 a gallon minimum. Manav, what's the gas out there? 87 regular, the cheapest to cheap. I bet you it's $4.50 a gallon. And they don't fix their roadways out there. I-5 is like a pothole central. I-5 is bad. I go on that highway a lot. The 101 going right up the Pacific coast. That's another one. It's a nice ride, but it's not when you're in the rig, man. Here's Juan Soto, who did hit a home run in this game. So 4 of his last 5 at bats, Soto has hit a home run. The one that he didn't, he was intentionally walked. So they think about that. He hit 3 home runs in a row last night. They intentionally walked him on the 4th one. So his first at bat today, he said, no problem. I'm just going to hit that one now. That's crazy. Crazy, but true. So they cut your hours. Yes, that seems unproductive. It is. That's what, way back, that's what they do. Oh, yeah, we'll pay everybody minimum wage, and then we'll just cut your hours. I mean, it's like you got to know that's going to happen. Really insane. All right, Juan Soto has a count 3-1, then Aaron Judge comes up. So our time to hopefully score runs is going to be now. Yeah, Bruin, come on, Yankees. And then we play like the Detroit after this, the Detroit Tigers. For 57 and 63, they're not bad, but they're not great. I mean, like we should be able to beat them. Look at this. Soto. Oh, he went over the tarp. He tried. This guy Vargas really tried. Holy crap, man. I could have broken his arm doing that. You know what? That's a lot of respect. If you see anything in this game, this kid Vargas, the third baseman, he ran all the way over to the stands to try to catch this foul ball. He sacrificed his whole body over that tarp. His arm was like this. It could have snapped back. That's a guy that's tired of losing. Like most players wouldn't even risk doing something like that, worried they would get hurt. That's a lot of respect right there for me. He's on a horrendous, not even a worst team in the league. They are going to be, they're going for history to be the worst team in the history of the game. The 62 Mets were 40 and 120. Their excuse is a good one. They were an expansion team. It was their first year of existence. So you're going to be pretty bad. The Chicago White Sox have been around. Remember, we did the history last night. They've been around since 1894. We went through all their names. So grounded out. Here comes Judge. Aaron Judge coming up now. Raleigh, I'm glad I recently moved back to Rochester. Prices are way too crazy back in Cali. Yeah, they're nuts. They're nuts. Even when gas was like $2, like a few years ago, they were $2.80, $3. It was still $1 to $1.25 more up and down Cali. Because I went from in Barstow, then I'd go down to Wilmington, then I'd go up to Oakland, and then across. So I was on all the highways. Occasionally I went to Oxnard to a Chiquita Banana out in Oxnard. I went there a few times. They load, oh my gosh, those bananas weigh 5 million tons, man. I was nervous going through weigh stations, leaving out of that place. They loaded you right to the legal limit. Judge just struck out. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Well, Soto and Judge are out, so much for us trying to get runs because they're the only guys that get hits for us. Gunner, I'd never moved to wait. I read that, Raleigh. Isn't Arnie the governor out there? Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago. You talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger? That was a long time ago. I'd never moved to Cali. I'm not a big fan of New York, but almost my entire family lives here, and I do enjoy my job. But yeah, I know you're like closer to Detroit and Toronto, yeah. And it is expensive out in Buffalo too. OG of OGs, the real original, Mr. Marine. So we got two former Marines representing the basement. Raleigh and Mr. Marine. What is going on? Gunner Nickelback, he came in with the hammer fist. Wells with the bunt down the line. That's what I'm talking about. This shift never happened back in the 80s, 90s, 2000s because guys nowadays don't bunt. They had the whole shift to the left side of the field, and Austin Wells just laid the bunt down. Why not? There's nobody covering third. Mr. Marine, though, we got Gleyber Torres up now, who's in a contract year and having a horrendous season. Doesn't he know that in a contract year, you're supposed to put up astronomical numbers, get a huge contract, and then play poorly after that? He's doing the reverse. He's in a contract year. He's hitting 238 with 10 home runs, and he's up to 238. He was worse than that for most of the season. What was I saying? Mr. Marine came in strong. Mr. Marine dropped the nickelback. He dropped the nickelback. Gunner, you must have left the other night because we were We were talking about all the great bands from Iron Maiden to Judas Priest to Metallica to Dokken, Dio. And Mr. Marine reminded us, even though it's been a couple months, about how you threw Nickelback in the middle of all of that. You had to have left because we were going on and on about it, and you weren't even in here. Oh man, Mr. Marine. Yeah, that Gunner, he'll never let you live that down. I actually forgot about that till he brought it up last night. But once he brought it up, we all ran with it. Chilling. Yeah, I hear you. Medication. Me too. Just kicking back, man. Watching the Yankees struggle against a historically terrible team. Got a man on first, 2 outs, top of the fourth inning. Gleyber Torres ready to almost strike out. Almost. He checked the bat. Um, yeah, Mr. Marine, yes, Bruin. I'm glad I'm nowhere near California. Yep. Can you survive on 2 days, Manav? Yeah, New York is bad too, but we look like a cheap place to live compared to Cali, Mr. Marine. Now, what I was saying with the no kidding, Mr. Marine. Yeah, Bruin, we were busy throwing you under the bus for the Nickelback stuff, Gunner. Oh, did he catch that? Oh my gosh, he caught that. Another guy in the White Sox that ran all the way across the field into foul territory, turned his hand backward by the wall, by the fans, and caught it. Boy, this White Sox team does not want to lose, or they're tired of losing. The Yankees are just going through the motions. Uh, Bruin, we were busy throwing. Yeah, we were throwing you under the bus. You'll never live that down. And I like I said, Gunner, I honestly forgot about it. Mr. Marine has apparently not forgotten about it, and will never let anybody forget about it. Gunner, I did mention Nickelback, but only because I joined mid-conversation and was unaware of what y'all were talking about. It sounds like a legitimate excuse, Gunner, but I don't think Nickelback should be thrown in any conversation. Nickelback. Oh yeah, we were even going as far as saying Nickelback, and your next band would be Coldplay. And what? Gunner, we didn't know you left. Mr. Marine, never thought I'd be leaving New York, moving to Poland next January. What? You're moving to Poland? Because it's better there than America. Our republic country democracy is losing away out of USA. Veteran of 23 years, USMC. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Wow. Are you going to be able to, Mr. Marine, you're still going to be in the chat, and you're still going to be watching the Rangers with us. I know you're going to be here for the Ranger games. You're going to be able to get the Ranger games over there. You got to get a stream. You got to watch the Rangers, man. I know you're very upset. You say they're never going to win. Oh, Mr. Marine, I have something. I'm going to throw this out there when we were talking about Igor and how he's going to be another Henrik Lundqvist. Mr. Marine, listen to me here. Listen to me. Listen to me. Oh, look at this. Nice play by Gleyber. Beautiful play. Mr. Marine, I want you to think about this. This is why I say the Igor and the Rangers do have a chance. Remember when the Lightning, before they won back-to-back titles, Vasilevsky is a first ballot Hall of Famer. We all know he is. I know he's on the downturn now, but he was the greatest goalie in the game for a stretch of time. And the Lightning lost to the Chicago Blackhawks in the Stanley Cup Finals in 2015. Then they got knocked out of the playoffs the next year. Then they were the number one team. We've been over this a million times. And losing the first round to Tortorella and the Blue Jackets, who made the playoffs at the midnight hour after selling off players. Oh my gosh. Vaughn just hit a double. So the White Sox have 1 out, and they have a man on second now. comes Sheets, who hit a home run off Warren his last at bat. I can't believe this is a joke. By the way, we only have 2 hits. That's the White Sox 4th hit. We only have 2 hits. Mr. Marine. And then after the Lightning got swept, they kept their head coach, John Cooper. They kept everything intact. They're fans in Tampa. And you guys know I lived in Tampa for 11 or 12 years. I went to a lot of Lightning games. A lot of their fans were just saying, oh, we're never going to get it done. We have the team now. We have Stamkos and Vasilevsky. Back then they even had Ben Bishop. Remember him? Vasilevsky was backing up Ben Bishop. So they had goalie. They had the team. Hedman was younger. Victor Hedman was younger. Listen, they had the team, and it looked like they were never going to get it done. And then getting swept by the 8th-seeded team that barely made the playoffs, and you're the number one, at the time, the record-setting team for wins in a season. And then they came back and went to 3 cups in a row and won 2 of them back-to-back. So the Rangers right now, that's what I have to go on, Mr. Marine. I still say Igor is going to get a ring with the Rangers. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm going to go on what the Lightning did and all the disappointments and all the years before they finally got it done. And when they played the Blackhawks that year in 2015, that was the year that the Rangers and Lundqvist actually lost 7 at Madison Square Garden to the Lightning. Remember that? Everybody wanted the Chicago versus New York Stanley Cup. So there you have it. That's my positive outlook on the Rangers. I've been thinking about moving to Wyoming or something, to be honest. Yeah, Bruin, Wyoming is a state. I still believe they actually pay you to live there if you can do a career that helps the economy there. I was a truck driver, man. I don't want to live in Wyoming. It's a beautiful state. It's a beautiful state, but I wouldn't want to live there. But I think they pay you to live there, or they help you get a home. Look at this, another hit. It's going to be 2-1 White Sox. Are we really going to lose this game? Are we really going to drop 2 out of 3 to the White Sox? Are you kidding me? This is the Yankees team. Just a couple of weeks ago, we swept the Phillies. What is going on? You got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Wow. This kid Warren's never going to start for the Yankees again. Mr. Marine. Only busting your chops in the basement because it's the Basement Warriors here. That's right. Yeah, Gunner knows. We're just breaking balls. That's what we do. That's what guys do when we hang out watching sports, man. We're just breaking chops. Come on. These guys got on me the other day because you guys were talking about Mike McDaniel, and I'm talking about Sean McDermott. I forgot McDaniel was the coach of the Dolphins. You do. Can't even get around that. I'm live. How do you get around that? Why Poland? Bruin asked. Gunner, I've heard it my whole life, Mr. Marine. I've gotten used to it. Yeah. Nickelback is never good in any conversation, even if you didn't hear what was going on before it. But Gunner, at least you stick to what you like and you don't hide it. Always be in the basement forever. Poland is just a better place to live now. We are losing America. Just Poland, though. Poland is an interesting choice. Most people say they'll go to Canada, or it's interesting. But yes, basement forever. You'll be here during the Ranger games. That's what's important, Mr. Marine. You'll be here. Bruin, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Yeah, Wyoming, listen, if you've never been there, Bruin, it is a beautiful state, man. Wyoming is a beautiful state. I-80 goes on forever. Now, I will tell you this, Bruin, I-80, when it snows, and it snows there, it shuts down. They don't have the resources. You would think they would, but they don't have the resources to clear the highways. You know how many truck stops I was stuck at with a load because the highways weren't clear? And the winds, 70, 80 mile an hour winds out of nowhere. If I was light, like I had six to 10,000 pounds, I wasn't even allowed on the highway. Look at this, another hit. Oh. So now the White Sox have first and third, 2 outs, but they've had 2 outs for a while and they keep getting hits. And by the way, the most fierce hitter we have faced hits 216. This is really insane. This is really bad. Bottom of the fourth inning, 2 out. We might be ending this again tonight early. Not now, but I'm talking like, you gotta be kidding me here. This kid Warren will never see the major leagues again, not with the Yankees. And you know what? I'm not going to blame it all on him because we're not even getting hits. We have 1 run, we have 2 hits, and one of them was Soto hitting a home run. Oh, there you go, Mr. Marine. That makes sense. Going to Poland because I can live at the U.S. Embassy. Well, there you go. That makes a lot of sense. That's awesome. Wow, man. Good stuff. And knowing that you'll still be in here with us makes it even better. Manav, going to cook dinner now, Johnny. Good night, guys. Good night, Manav. Thanks for showing up. We'll see you in a little bit, Manav, because you'll say that, and then you'll pop back in here around the 7th inning, which hopefully the Yankees will have the lead. This is 1-0 now. First and third, White Sox winning 2-1. The New York media is going to shred the Yankees if they lose 2 out of 3 to the White Sox. After, for those that don't know, after the White Sox lost 24 of 25 games coming into this series. They won 1 game out of 25. 1. They come in to play the Yankees, and they're unbelievable. Gunner, New York is very expensive, but very beautiful state when it comes to its natural beauty. Yes. Allegheny State Park is such a beautiful place to drive through once the leaves change colors. Yeah, Buffalo, that whole area up there was really nice. A lot of people that have never been to New York, it's funny because they just think it's like all Manhattan and Brooklyn and the Bronx and Queens and Staten Island. Like they think it's all the boroughs. Like that's all they picture in New York. It's like New York is country. The state itself is a lot of country. It's like people that think that Florida, they've never been there. It's all beaches, and it's not. It's funny, but it's true. I mean, like a lot of people picture New York being exactly that, all city, and it's not. The boroughs in Manhattan are like another stolen base attempt. Oh, they got him in a rundown at third base. Got him in a rundown. And he's out. I love it. The White Sox tried a double steal. The runner ran from first to second. Wells threw to second, and the guy immediately broke from third to go home. We threw it right back home, and we caught him out there. Caught him out there. And we're still losing 2-1 to a team that's trying to be historically the worst team in baseball. Can't make this stuff up, guys. Can't make it up. No, way back when most series in baseball during the regular season is a 3, at the most 4-game series. This is a 3-game series. The White Sox beat us in game 1, 12-2. 12-2. Then we won yesterday 4-1, or Juan Soto won yesterday for us 4-1. Today is what's called the rubber match, the tiebreaker, basically. So if we lose today, we drop the series 2 out of 3. It's just regular season, but every matchup in baseball, you match up for 3 games, occasionally 4, but on average 3 games. So that's how that works. The best of 7 series, those are for the playoffs. Mr. Marine, if you have 20 years of service in the military, you can live at any U.S. embassy overseas. I had a choice of Poland, Norway, Austria, Czech Republic. Chose Poland. Nice, man. Now, when you choose Poland, can you still, let's say, if you don't like it in Poland, can you go to Norway? Can you go to any one of the other ones that you want? Lockport, OG Stellar Dweller accounted for. Lockport's in the basement. What's up, Lockport? I know, man. Mr. Marine, I know. I don't want Sam Rosen to retire. Sam Rosen and Joe Micheletti, right? That's like Clyde Frazier with the Knicks. Rosen, you want to hear them calling the Ranger games and the Knick games forever. Clyde Frazier calling the Knick games, Sam Rosen calling the Ranger games. That is Madison Square Garden voices right there, Mr. Marine. I don't want to ever see either one of those two. Come on, Rosen can't. Then they have to win this year. Grisham with a solid hit. There we go. Grisham, leadoff single. Let's go, guys. Top of the fifth inning. They have to win this year for him then, Mr. Marine. They have to win this year for him. They have to. They have to. Because they are. It's like Clyde Frazier is the absolute. Mike Breen is awesome. Joe Micheletti, awesome. But these guys are legendary voices. Oh, Volpe! I thought that was going to drop in, but no, I forgot. We don't do that. The White Sox do that stuff. Have balls drop in down the line, get runs. We don't do that. I don't know much about Poland, but I've heard very much willing to protect its citizens no matter what. Yeah, I don't know much about it either to even comment on that. But if Mr. Marine is choosing it, then he must knows more than we do. Knows more than we do. I'm sure he's picking an area that he definitely would think is best for him and his family. Oswaldo Cabrera up. That is not a strike. We just got cheesed on that one. Yes, Johnny, I could have gone to Alaska, but I just could not stand below freezing weather. When you're getting up in age, colds get to you fast. Hey, yeah, we have our grandson is stationed in Alaska, Mr. Marine. He's in the Air Force. He just went in last August. He's stationed in Alaska for the Air Force, man. It's funny because they gave him a choice of where to live. He picked Vegas. He picked Vegas, and they said, okay, you're going right to Alaska. I told him you should have chose Alaska. Maybe they would have sent you to Vegas. You pick Vegas, they're going to think, and he's not even a gambler or a party or anything like that, but probably thinking, yeah, you chose that, you're not going there. Run, Cabrera, run, run, run. All right, so we got Grisham over at second. We had a leadoff single. And now we got him at second base and 2 outs. So De Los Santos, who we got, is designated. They already got rid of him. Jazz Chisholm is placed on the 10-day IL. De Los Santos gave up a bunch of runs yesterday. They got him from the Padres. You know him, Raleigh. Hold on. I want to hear what he's just said about Jazz. Let me back this up. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Jazz is placed on the 10-day IL, but is he placed there while they're figuring out what's going on? I got to find out. Let me hear it. Sounds like the best place in Europe to live in, if you ask me. All right, let's see. I want to hear what he says about Jazz. So De Los Santos is gone. All right, so Jazz, that's what I thought. They put him on the 10-day IL. They're still trying to figure out if he needs surgery or not. Yeah, De Los Santos yesterday came in. Oh, no, not yesterday. Excuse me. 2 days ago, he gave up 12 runs. He wasn't the only culprit, but the first 5 or 6 batters he faced, I think he gave up 5 runs. I think he gave up 5 runs. He gave up a 3-run homer. Basically everybody he faced got a hit. Wow, did he really catch that? What a play by Vargas again at third. But boy, the White Sox are really either A, like everybody wants to beat the Yankees, and B, he's probably tired of losing. What a play. Wow. DJ made it safe, though, because it was what a great dive and stop by Vargas of the White Sox. DJ made it to first. So we got first and third right now. Can we please get him home, Verdugo? Come on, Verdugo. My brother was stationed in Camp Lejeune for most of his time in the Marines, spent some time in Germany, Spain, and Jordan, plus a couple other places. Wow. I never served, so I can't. I had a friend of mine that went right in when we were in high school. You would have thought he was the recruiter. He was, and I think yeah, he did the whole 20. He, oh, he was trying to recruit me, man. In the senior year, I was like, ah. He's like, yeah, man, we go in and by the end of the summertime when everybody's trying to figure out what they want to do, we'll be crossing that graduation line. And me, it just wasn't in me to go. I had family that was in the service, but I couldn't, just wasn't in me to go. I know me, and I know that that wasn't me. And I have the ultimate respect for people that do go. Look at that, Verdugo grounds out. Come on. Come on. We're playing the White Sox. We're playing the White Sox. Oh my gosh, what is the problem? We have a leadoff single by Grisham. We get him to second base. No, leadoff double, excuse me, leadoff double by Grisham. We can't even get him home against the White Sox. Oh my gosh, this is pathetic. It's 2-1 way back. You would think it was way worse than that. It's 2-1 White Sox. Well, I mean, this is pathetic. Way back, it'd be like if the Ruse took 2 out of 3 from Sydney. It would be like that. It'd be like the Ruse or the Eagles have played a 3-game series against the Swans or the Lions. The Lions have been hot lately, something like that. And these teams lose 2 out of 3 to them. Like, this is really bad. This is really, really, really bad. This is really bad. Have I mentioned that? It'd be really bad. Bruin, I know, and I didn't want to say it, but I think you're right. I mean, do we really have to wait for Soto and Judge to come up every? Stanton's not even playing. Maybe pinch hit him for somebody. I don't know why Stanton's not playing. Oh, because we're playing the White Sox. Maybe you can give the guy a break. But no, no, we can't give him. I mean, like, can't handle the White Sox. We can't lose this game. We cannot drop 2 out of 3. 2 rounds left. Can I make it to the penthouse? I'll tell you what, Bon, I'm trying to just get past Lou. Lou will not let me live down that this is his first season in the footy tipping, and he's beating me by 3. He's leading me like by 3. 3. He won't let me live it down, man. He's beating me by 3. I need this week and next week to somehow miraculously come back. I'm going for teams that shouldn't win. I'm picking opposites on almost everything, trying to catch up. Because I see that I won't get the wooden spoon, so I'm safe there. I'm definitely not going to win the whole thing. So now it's a matter of getting ahead of Lou. So I'm just picking all types of weird picks this round and next round, and hopefully they pan out. Because if I somehow pass him, oh, he'll hear it. I've been hearing it all year from him. He's led me the entire season. Lou has led me the entire season in the tipping. If I pull this off this round and next, because there's only 2 rounds left, I got to just pick anybody. I got to pick teams you'd never think would win, like this, White Sox and Yankees. I'd have to pick that. You know how many people are losing? Big-time gamblers that bet on this series that are losing right now? Can you imagine how many people took the Yankees to win this series and that are freaking out right now? It's the bottom of the 5th inning. And we're losing 2-1. Wait, I think you're the only one that can do it. We have to get Mick from Iowa out now. Yeah, Mick from Iowa's like, oh my gosh. And I haven't seen him. Well, I mean, I haven't been on either, but I haven't seen him even in the comments on anything. Wow. So anyway, Robinson's up now. I mean, like, this is the bot. Like the White Sox, when I say the bottom of the order, the whole lineup is the bottom of the order. From 1 to 9 is the bottom of the order in anybody else's lineup. the the top three guys are batting like less than 210. Let's look at this one stat, guys. Hold on. Anyway, coming last gets the award, JB, not a footy tippers. I won't get that, even if I get everything. I won't get that, but I got to start pulling off some miracles here. And it kills me because I'm not doing it this week, but I made some last second changes, before the round started, and I lost all three times I did that. I'm not doing that anymore. Look at this. Oh, that's a foul ball. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh, I thought he hit that down the line. Like, we can't even. This guy, Brooks Baldwin, is hitting 213. 213. I think the highest batting average we have seen is 216. I'm trying to pay attention to every batter. I think I've only missed a couple of batters, but the highest batting average I've seen on this White Sox team is 216. You're a 7, 8, 9 hitter on almost any other team, and these guys are batting 1, 2, and 3 at a number like that. All right, looks like he's going to fly out. Cabrera, catch that. Yep, Cabrera got it. All right, so that's 2 outs. We're already in the bottom of the 5th inning. Like, the game just started an hour and 20 minutes ago. Like, this game's moving right along. But I'd like it to move right along with us scoring runs and winning. I don't even care if we win 3-2. Well, Rocco is laid out. I mean, I don't care how we win it. We just got to win it. Bond and Wayback, since you guys were asking, I went over this earlier, but I'm gonna go over it again, so you guys get an idea of where this team, the White Sox, really are. And again, they're going for history. They're not just the worst team in baseball. They're going for history. They're 29 wins and 92 losses at this point. 240 win percentage. They're 42 and a half games out of first place in their division. Come on, Volpe, throw him out. He's out. Oh, they got him. All right, good. So let that sink in. They're 29 wins and 92 losses. 240 win percentage, 42 and a half games out of first place. They have scored 380 runs and have given up 624 runs for a whopping differential of negative 244. They're in their last 10 games, they're 2-8, and one of those wins is against us, and another one is against the Oakland A's, who are also not a very good team. But the Oakland A's are 51 and 69, which sounds amazing next to 29 and 92. 29 and 92. So you guys weren't here for it. The worst record of all time is 40 wins and 120 losses, which was done by the New York Mets in 1962. But that was their first year of existence. So that's more of an excuse than this. And the Yankees are making the White Sox look like a contender this year. Oh, they called him safe. They're reviewing it. He was safe. He beat the throw. All right, so here we are again. Not the Red Sox. The White Sox have a man on first base with 2 outs, and the last time they did that, got a runner on with 2 outs, they scored him. So here's Luis Robert Jr., who's hitting second in the order. He's hitting 202. Now, this guy last year was a big-time hitter. I don't know what happened to him this year. Bond, my son and made the Hawks versus Blues game. All he needed was a Charlie Curnow to kick one goal to win 3,500. Colonel went off injured. Oh, wow, that hurts. Come on, now we got a pass ball. 1-1. You got to be kidding me here. Let's go. This is really pathetic. How much are you out, Way? How you were leading like the whole season. How much are you out? Now it's 2-1, 2 balls and a strike, bottom of the fifth. How much are you out by way back? I didn't look at it. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. All right, so we got 2-1 right now, 2 outs. Can we please get this guy out? Man on first for Chicago. That should be a ground out to Volpe, and it is. All right, this kid, Will Warren, isn't even pitching badly. He's given up 2 runs. One of them was a home run. He's given up. The Yankees only have 4 hits. I mean, we're 71 and 50. Wow. Yes, bad teams beat good teams, but I mean, we're in a battle for first place with the Baltimore Orioles. We have a half game lead on the Baltimore Orioles, just a half. And we're 6.5 over the third place Red Sox. These are gift series that you have to win. You have to win these series. It's one thing. I mean, when we played the Phillies, who are a top team in the league, we swept them. Are they not motivated to play in this series after losing 12-2? You should be motivated to win the next 2. I don't know what to say. One tip behind and maybe 40 odd points. Wow. Okay. I know I'm 3 behind Lou. 3. And that's all I care about. I'm way ahead. I think Flex is I think Flex is going for the wooden. I haven't seen Flex in here either. I think he's going for the wooden spoon. Yeah, Trap Series, Gunner. Trap Series. I mean, like, okay. Like when we lost, I mean, it makes sense, but when we lost the first game 12-2, you would think that was like, okay, all right, we're waking up now. We're gonna get going now, right? This is really telling about how the rest of our team can't get hits. Losing Jazz is going to hurt. I mean, like right now, we're getting Soto and Judge up. This is our chance to score runs. This shouldn't be. We had a man on first and third. Verdugo didn't get anybody home, and he's not the only one. Here's Soto. It's like, please, Soto, hit another home run. We need the run. We can't rely on anybody else but you and Judge. Cam Lejeune, that was me in 1986 when I was 18. Wow. 1986, Mr. Marine. I think I was in 10th grade. 1986. Yeah, I think I was in 10th grade that year. Yeah, I think at that age I was still still getting questioned by my father about my report card. That's what I was doing in 1986. Trying to avoid punishments. That's what I was doing. All right, it's 3-0 now on Soto. He's probably going to walk. And then you walk Soto and you get Judge. So we need Judge at a 2-run homer. Well, he didn't walk Soto yet. All right, he just got a strike there. This series, Soto is 4 for 8, 4 home runs, and 5 RBIs. Soto walks. He's 4 for 8, 4 home runs, and 5 RBIs. Now, if you add up the runs that the Yankees have scored, 2 on what's today? Wednesday? 2 on Monday, 4 yesterday, and we have 1 today. So Soto accounts for 5 of the 7 total runs that we've had in this series. Now here's Judge. We need you to hit a 2-run homer. You got Soto on first and Judge is up. Like, we need these runs right now because no one else is going to do it. Hope all's good with you. How's your health, Mr. Marine? Yep. Mr. Marine always keeps on going. Here we go. Come on, Judge. Oh, that was a strike. He called it a ball. So it's 2 balls and no strikes. That's what I'm talking about. Let's keep this going. Come on, Yankees. You got to pull this out. All right, there's your strike. 2-1. We don't need Judge to walk because we don't have anybody else that's going to do anything. I hate to sound so negative, but I just can't believe, like, this is supposed to be a comeback after 2 months. White Sox are up. This is supposed to be a fun series. I feel like we're right where we were a couple years ago in August, right? Isn't August a rough time for the Yankees every year? Bond will be 49 in 14 days, near half. Oh, man. So I got a few years on you. Strike 2, full count on Judge. Gunnar just turned 25. My gosh, man, 25. I know Gunner's cool, though. I met him. He's a cool guy, man. Really cool. He walked Judge, so now we got first and second, nobody out. I mean, come on. Austin Wells is coming up, who has been hitting lately. Austin Wells has been hitting lately. He has been. 25. Gunner, my daughter, Dez, is older than you. Dez is older than you. Mr. Marine, I had minor setback in late June. 2 tumors removed by jaw. Thought it was jaw cancer, but no. Was in the hospital for 2 weeks for caution. So tonight, yeah, Mr. Marine, like I said, no matter what happens, you just keep on ticking. Keep on ticking. Come on, Wells. First and second, nobody out. Come on. We got to get a run in. Oh, I think we just did. Nope, he flew out. Oh. There we go. We can't advance the runners. Austin Wells flew out. So now we got Glaber coming up. Double play Glay. Double play Glay. I hate to say that, but he does it a lot. Glaber Torres is coming up. There's 2 guys on, 1 out. He better not be double play Glay right now. Whew. That's right, way back. Yeah, Mr. Marine's been back on the last couple of streams that I've done. So, yeah. Bruin, I'll be 24 months. You and Gunner, I keep forgetting you guys are just that young because you guys' knowledge, sports knowledge, and I mean history on it too. You guys are really good with that stuff. Lockport, Johnny, we're getting the 18 inning August game. Oh my gosh, yeah, the Seattle Mariner game. Remember that? That was the worst game that this basement has ever seen. That was 2 years ago. I think we were up to like 3 in the morning. That game started at 10:10. Yeah, 10:10. I think we were yeah, we were up to like 3 in the morning that night. Look at Glaber, already 1 and 2. We had first and second, nobody out. Now he's got 2 strikes on Glaber. He better not be double play Glay. Better not bounce into a double play. Come on. I mean, come on. This is really disturbing. I'm staying relaxed, though. This is really disturbing. Like, we've had opportunities to score runs. We're not getting them. It's one thing if we were playing a great team, but we're not. Look, another fly out. No, that's 2 outs. First and second now with 2 outs. Are you kidding me? Bruin, don't get me started with that kid. That was the worst. And the Mariners didn't want that game either. I mean, this is with the ghost runner. We have a ghost runner. Remember? A ghost runner on second base. Neither team wanted to score. That was the worst game the basement has ever seen. And the fact that it started at 10:10 and I even did that, I would never do a game at 10:10 again. That's just not going to happen here. Or Lou can be on with me and I'll end up passing out and he'll finish it. Well, here's Grisham. Can we get something out of him? Mr. Marine, 1 second, Mr. Marine. I'm going to see if Grisham can come through for us here. Bond, we got to get to your 50th. Yeah, we got to get to the big 5-0. Damn, one faded gunner when I was 25. I was in Somalia for 3 weeks. Oh, wow. Were you a part of that? The Somalia? Made the movie off that. Black Hawk Down. You were part of that, Mr. Marine, too? Goodness gracious. I can't believe it. Grisham has 2 strikes on him now. We had first and second, our only 2 guys that score runs for us, Soto and Judge. First and second, nobody out, and we can't get them home. Bruin, isn't Manav? How old's Manav? Does anybody know? Isn't he younger than you? Isn't Manav? I don't know how old Manav. How old is Manav? Does anybody know? Come on, Grisham. Oh, he almost swung. 2-2. 2-2. Yeah, Bond, that's cool, man. That's cool. That's really cool, man. Way back, you just turned 66. Did he hit him? Oh, we got a full count, 3-2. We got a full count now. Gardini is young. Yes, Gardini is young. I think Gardini's. You know what? I think he is younger than you, Bruin. You might be right on that. And what about, remember that kid, Georgia Bulldog? Whatever happened to him? Because even when I was consistent back then, I don't remember seeing him for a while. He walked and we got the bases loaded now. The bases are loaded. Yeah, I think he's the youngest, Bruin. I think he's 21. I think Gardini's 21. He's another one like you guys, man. You guys' sports knowledge is out of this world. That's why I forget some of you guys in your 20s still. Mr. Marine, when Bruin, when you're my age, 56, I'll be 87. Good Lord, it scares the crap out of me. Johnny, we did humanitarian mission first before Rangers Special Forces came in. Wow, man. That is some story. That is some story to Somalia. That wasn't even, nothing was even supposed to happen over there. That was just not, that wasn't even supposed to go down like that. And you know about it way more than I do, but man, that wasn't even supposed to go down like that. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's something else. You've been a part of everything. Everything. Can you guys still see me? Oh, there I am. I thought I lost everything here. Yeah, you've been a part of everything, man. Weren't you part of Grenada? Was that Grenada back then in 80s, right? 80s. I'm not great with all the history, but way back, pictures, Bonner, it didn't, yeah, pictures or it didn't happen. Way back, he's 66? I thought you were in your late 50s. Truba, I think, Truba's in his 60s too, I think. And our Daniel, you guys know Daniel, I think, I think he's the oldest one. Daniel is the Tampa Bay Lightning guy. You guys all know Daniel. I think he's in his 70s. I think Daniel's in his mid 70s. The Tampa Bay Lightning guy. He always comes around during the Rangers season when with the Lightning. Way back, I don't. Yeah, I think Truba is early 60s. Way back, you might be the oldest consecutive dweller in here. Daniel is a Tampa Bay Lightning fan and a Ranger fan. He comes in here during hockey season. I know he's in his 70s, but he's not a regular like you guys are regular dwellers. So you might be way back. You'd have to check with Truba. Truba's in his 60s, but I don't know if he's 66. You might have him beat. Mr. Marine, yeah, it was a hell of a fire there. I saw the movie Black Hawk Down, so I know movies don't tell the whole story, so I'm sure it was even worse than that. All right, Volpe's up with the bases loaded, and he took a strike right down the middle. I mean, come on, man. And he's one for his last 22 at bats. He has one hit. What a big one this would be to tie the game. It's top of the sixth inning. I mean, let's come on. Let's go. All right, 1-1. Bulldog is still posting videos. Is he? I haven't checked in a long time. But again, I haven't been on in 2 months, so it's not like, oh, 1-2. Come on. Now there's two strikes on Volpe. We got the bases loaded against, you already know who it's against. I keep saying the same thing. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Lewis 99, I think. Yeah, I don't know why Lou's not in the chat tonight. Lou said he probably won't be able to be on for a couple of weeks, but he'll be in the chat on and off. He's busy. I know he's got family out too, so he said he'd be on for the opening Monday Night Football game for the Jets and the 49ers. We'll definitely be doing that game, which is September something. Volpe struck out with the bases loaded. Volpe struck out with the bases loaded against the White Sox. This is a joke. A joke. This is pathetic. 1000% pathetic. This is. Yeah, not even close. Black Hawk Down, Johnny Hollywood version of Somalia. Yeah, I figured that. I figured it. They take any true story that they say is based on true stories. It just means they take probably the story itself and put their own version of it. And that goes with a lot of topics. Yeah, I figured it was mainly Hollywood. Everything's got to be right. Hollywood's got to throw in their version, but they'll take, when it says based, it just means they're just taking the story topic itself and they're going to put their own spin on it. Gunnar, my favorite game you streamed was when you played the Royals and only had 2 hits all game, but Judge hit a walk-off home run to win 1-0. Oh, yeah, that was one of the first streams I ever did. Rick the Ninja was in here for that. I remember that one. Rick the Ninja was in here for that. Yeah, Judge hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th inning. Remember that? That was the most. The Mariners, the worst game, but that game was pretty bad. It wasn't even like a great pitching duel. Like it was 0-0 and the Royal, it was 0-0 forever. We had 2 hits, right? And Judge hit the game-winning home run. Like we couldn't, like thankfully that game didn't go to extra inning, or it might have been worse than the Mariner game. That was the worst regular season. That was the worst 9-inning game. How about that? That was the worst 9-inning game. The worst overall game is the Yankee Mariner game, but the worst 9-inning game was that one. That was bad. And I had just started streaming then. Well, here comes Tim Hill. If no one's ever seen Tim Hill, he is Uncle Rico from Napoleon. That is Uncle Rico on the mound. The guy never stands still. He's always moving. He talks to himself. They got him from the White Sox, by the way. I mean, he's played for a few teams, but yeah, I know, Mr. Marine, you've been through a whole bunch of stuff, man. We already know. We already know. You've told us a bunch of times. Here's Benintendi. He grounds out. I can't believe we're losing this game. Bond, yep. Much respect to you. His channel is now called Sports Talk with Will. Is it really, Bruin? Let's check that out. Is he on now? And by the way, while we're talking about former Gunner, have you ever heard from Daniel? Remember him? He was at the Buffalo Sabres game with us. You remember Daniel? Whatever happened to him? I'm going to look his channel up right now. While the Yankees are trying to blow this game. Sports talk with Will. Let's see what we got. And Andy, remember Andy? He was posting. Andy is going through a lot of problems. I know that. He came on once in the comments anyway. Sports talk with Will. Oh, this has to be him. He has Jets, Braves, Rangers, and Atlanta Hawks. That is quite a combination of that's quite a combination of teams, is it not? The Hawks, the Rangers, the Jets, and the Braves. I got him right here. Oh yeah, there you go. I see it all right here. Oh yeah, he's still keeping active on there. Cool. So Tim Hill, Uncle Rico, good play by him. Now there's 2 outs. All right, so here comes Sheets, who has killed. It's 2 for 2. One of them was a home run. We're still losing 2-1 here. It's the bottom of the 6th inning. Great play by Hill there, the pitcher. Mr. Marine, 23 years of service in combat, 2 Purple Hearts, 6 other medals for bravery, but just blood of nation that sacrificed to be in Johnny Basement years later. I mean, you should write a book. Mr. Marine, you should write a book. You should write a book. You should hire one of these college writers that really know how to put them together, man. You should write a book. You probably got stories for days. That's what you should do. Write a book of your experiences. You've experienced a ton. You've been in a lot of these wars. You should do that, Mr. Marine. That's a really good idea. Bruin, a lot of dwellers we haven't seen in a while. And again, I haven't been on in a while. But even when I was on, Daniel, he was Miller Time's sports show. Oh, they did get him. What a play by Volpe, but I'm hard to big up Volpe right now. It's striking out the bases loaded. Haven't heard from him since the game. I think he messaged me once, but not for a long time, though. We'll see what happens during the football season, because I'll do some Buffalo Bill games too, guys. I'll do some Bills games, and the Jets opening, I'm definitely doing that, obviously. I haven't either. What was his thing? Was it Miller Time? Oh, Bill's King Mafia, right? Or Thunder Dan. Bill's King Mafia. Thunder Dan show. Wait, let's see. See if I can find him. He might have changed it to Thunder Dan. I think that was his other name, right? Hold on, I'm going through my subscriptions. I thought he's got to be in here. Did he take his channel down? I'm going through all my subscriptions. Wait a minute. Did he take his channel down? Bill's King Mafia is not there. We try. It's in an alphabetical order here. All right, we got Oswaldo Cabrera. Come on, man. I bigged him up before the game. We got to have somebody come through. Top of the 7th inning. All right, let me go to Miller Time Sports Show. That's M, right? He's not under that. Oh, wait, there he is. There he is. Hold on. I found him. Thunder Dan, the last time he did a video was the Bills versus the Dolphins 7 months ago. How about shorts? He hasn't gone live in a year. He hasn't been on his channel. Last time was 7 months ago, and before that was over a year. So yeah, we haven't seen Daniel in a long time, and he hasn't even been on his channel. Oh, I missed it. Oh, you guys have been talking on here. I have journals about it, Johnny. Trey. Did Cabrera got ahead? Trey, another cellar dweller accounted for. What is up, Trey? Good to see you back in here, man. I just came back after a couple of months, man. As everybody else already knows, my grandkids are up here for the summer. So just like last year, I usually take off all of June and July. Great to see you back in here, Trey. I will be back on the next time I'm on should be Sunday night. That would be the earliest next I'll be back, but I'll be on a lot next week if I'm not on Sunday. I'll definitely be on quite a bit next week. Trey, good to see you here, man. Though, how you been, man? How's your summer going? Mr. Marine, I have journals about it. Yeah, you should make those into a book, Mr. Marine. I'm telling you, I guarantee those books are incredible, man. And DJ Cabrera stealing second. He did. He stole it. Come on, let's go. We got DJ. Now we got runner in scoring position again. Nobody out. I'm a broken record with this right now. You have journals about Lockport. Got to mention the basement in the book, Mr. Marine. I mean, like the last thing you should mention, if at all, man. Don't even. I'm. Oh my gosh. I would definitely buy it. I would buy that book. Bond, JB, I went and watched my daughter play netball last Saturday after a game. We watched the football teams play. I got some video of the young guy kicking a brilliant goal. Yeah, share it in the Discord, Bond. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'll definitely check it out. I've been pulling back in the Discord as well. So, and I'll be doing some reviews of the finals. Like I said, when the finals start in footy, I'm going to start doing reviews of that. So I'm back. I'm back on. Got to catch up with everything. Mr. Marine, I want everyone to live their life to the fullest in here. Enjoy everything that you can. Yep. That. Amen. Amen, Mr. Marine. Yep. I 100% agree. I was just telling the guys, my cousin, I'm going to his wake on Friday and his funeral's on Saturday. He's only 57. Just a couple weeks ago, we went to his daughter's wedding. Just a couple weeks ago. Couple weeks ago. We were talking about going to Yankee games and talking about doing some things together, and now he's no longer here. So life is too short. It's too short. And coming on here and talking to you guys and hanging out here it does worlds for me, because usually I'm texting with him during these games. Also, like when you see me on the phone doing all that, I was texting with him a lot in the past. You guys know when I'm picking up that phone. So you just don't know. You just don't know. All right, so DJ's up. We got a man. Cabrera's on second. 2-2 right now. Come on, we got to pull this game out. DJ hasn't had the greatest year, but we know he's a former two-time batting champion. So it's just like we have a runner in scoring position. Can we get him home finally? Please, somebody. Hold on, next pitch. DJ struck out. Here we go. How come every time we have runner on second base and nobody out, the next batter strikes out? Way back, Mr. Marine, I went to a luncheon last Sunday. Daniel Kerrigan was the speaker. He served in Afghanistan and was honored with the Purple Heart for bravery, saving his mates from slaughter. Man, these are deep stories. Deep stories. Way back, I heard him. Tough man, tough as nails. I'm honored to have the people that we have in here. It's just incredible, and everything you guys do for the country and for protection and the whole thing. Uh, did Dan change his channel name? No, Dan, I meant to tell you that. Yeah, it's Miller Time Sports Show now. As a matter of fact, here, I'll put the link. I'll drop the link right now. There you go. That's Daniel's channel right there. Where are we at? Way back, heard of him, tough as nail. Yep, I read that. Did Dan change his channel? Yep, just drop the link for you guys there. There have only been 5, I think, Purple Hearts awarded. Look him up if you're interested. Daniel Kerrigan, I will do. Will do. In fact, I'll write his name down. Uh, Trey, I check every few days to see if you've been live. Man, thanks. Thanks, Trey. Well, I'll be live, like I said, a lot, man. Then next week, after this weekend stuff is over, I should be on Sunday night. The Yankees are playing another bad organization in the Detroit Tigers. I mean, we're getting gifts here. We're getting gifts with the teams we're playing where we can't freaking win. I said we dropped 2 out of 3 to the Angels. Luckily, the Baltimore Orioles have been losing also because they're a half a game behind us. Luckily, they haven't been playing well either, but they're losing to like real teams. We should be 2 or 3 games up in first place. And the Red Sox were like 10 games out like a month ago. Now they're 6 because the Orioles and the Yankees, we can't win games. Great story. I purchased his book. What you guys went through blows my mind. Yeah, it's so true. Medication, facts. Yep, 100%. I can't even imagine. I mean, Mr. Murray, you've been to Somalia, Afghanistan, Desert Storm. You've lost tons of people in your life. And you've been through all your heart surgeries and your heart attacks, and now you're in the hospital again. I tell you, you just keep on ticking. Verdugo, come on, man. He's 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Then we got Soto and Judge coming up next. So it's like, can anybody score a run for us besides Soto and Judge? We got a man on second, 1 out. Come on, Verdugo. I mean, come on. We shouldn't always have to rely on Soto and Judge. And as I said earlier, the Yankees won 4-1 yesterday, but 3 runs were from Soto's solo shots, 3 solo home runs. Where's the rest of the team? Right, 2-1, good. Because if Verdugo gets on, we got Soto and Judge coming up, and I would expect to get runs in then. I'm good going back to New York tomorrow. I'm going to see the Yankees versus Indians next week. Nice. Nice, Trey. Yeah, Cleveland is in first place too, man. That's another tough team. That was not a strike. That was outside. This umpire is like, this ball is like at least, that is like 3 or 4 inches off the plate. And he called it a strike. Now it's 2-2. It should be 3-1. Still got Cabrera on second base, wondering if anybody's going to get him home. Come on, that was a horrible call. Maybe the umpire's got money on the White Sox. Verdugo just blasted it. I think it's going to go. He made the catch. Cabrera's tagging up. Yes. 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 Cabrera ran all the way home from second. Hold on. I got to see what happened here. Wasn't I saying before the game, Cabrera is the guy you don't get rid of? That's the utility guy. Hold on. Hold on. Think about this. Verdugo smacks one all the way to the wall. The right fielder for the White Sox, like it felt like he ran 5 states to get this ball. He gets it, falls down. Cabrera tags up as he catches the ball and falls down at the warning track. Cabrera tags up at second base and says, you know what? I'm going not just to third, I'm going all the way home. And he made it. He made it. 2-2. That's heads up playing. That's what I was talking about earlier with Oswaldo Cabrera, the forgotten guy on the bench. Every time he gets a chance to play and gets opportunities, he takes full advantage of them. And he just did it again now. I told you guys before the game, this is the guy that when DJ was hurt, he was playing a great third base. And we got Jazz. Of course, you're going to play Jazz and move DJ to first because Rizzo was hurt. Cabrera can play every position outside of pitcher and catcher. He can play every other position. DJ is older now. This should be his last year. Cabrera should be our new utility guy. He hasn't played in days, and they stick him in here today, and he's making heads-up moves like that. Soto's up now. Marines are always the first to go and last to leave in any war. Yep. That's the big motto. That's their motto, and that's what they live by. Soto walks. So now we get Aaron Judge up, top of the 7th inning. What a heads-up play by Cabrera. What a play by Cabrera, man. I mean, he tagged up to go to third and said when he saw him fall, he said, I'm going home. And he made it. Because he's like, we're not losing to the White Sox. We're not dropping 2 out of 3 to the White Sox. So Judge is up now. Just hit a 2-run homer so we're not 2-2 forever. Where are we at? Gunnar, Mr. Marine, can you possibly answer what color crayon tastes? Way back, he told the story when in training they try to break you down totally. Lots of people don't make it through. Judge with a big hit down the line. Soto won't score from first on that, but man, we're going to have first and third, 2 outs. So Austin Wells, please get somebody home so we can just take this game. I mean, there's still a couple innings left, but I'd like to take at least a lead. Mr. Marine, my grandfather was a Marine. He came to Australia in World War II and then left. Unfortunately, my mother never got to meet him. She was born 6 months after he left Australia. Wow. We got first and third now. Austin Wells, who, like I said, he's been a pretty decent hitter lately. He flew out last time when we had runners in scoring position. So we got second and third now with 2 outs. This is a big spot for Wells to get 2 runs home. If he gets a single, that's going to score 2 runs. It definitely won. Maybe the Yankees won't blow it after all. Better not. Mr. Marine, I was talking about my Marine flag that I have on my window. Trey, did the preseason game get you excited for the Jets? I'm trying to temper my expectations until we have a few regular season games. Yeah, Trey, you know what? I didn't even watch the preseason game. I can't get into preseason because I just don't want anybody hurt. To me, it starts Monday night against the 49ers. Monday night against the Niners is when it starts for me. And if Reddick's there, great. If he's not there, oh well. But Reddick should, I mean, that's Trey, man. Reddick is like, I wish the Jets never gave up Bryce Huff. And I said it not because of the Reddick situation. I said it when they gave him up. Why'd you give up Huff? Why'd you give up Bryce Huff? I don't get it. And then it's the Jets. And I'm tired of hearing about Aaron Rodgers for 18 months now. We got him in April of 2023. I mean, I'm hyped about him being our quarterback. I'm just saying we've had him since April of 2023, and all we have is the media and what's he going to do. And all of last season when he's on the sideline every week, he's been the topic of everything for 18 months. I'm ready to see him start playing. Aren't you ready for that now, Trey, or what? After the first 2 weeks of boot camp, you get through that, you're Marine to the end. Yeah, you got it's a 2 week adjustment, huh, Mr. Marine? At least a 2 week adjustment. I would think so. You're leaving what you know here in your everyday life, and then you go in, and I would think it's quite a hell of an adjustment. God, Johnny doesn't care for the preseason. It doesn't really mean anything. I just don't want anybody hurt. Yeah, I never cared about preseason football, and that started way back. I think I told you guys this, and when the Jets went 5-0 in preseason, I think, and then won one game that whole year. There you go, Austin Wells. That's what we needed. Judges, Soto's in. Soto's in. Judges coming home. 2 runs in. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Austin Wells came through. Yankees are winning now, 4-2. Thank you. Making us all sweat this out like we're going to drop 2 out of 3 and hear about it. This is a joke. Beautiful hit by Wells. I told you he's been hitting better lately. That's what I'm talking about right there. He got the single. I said both runs would score, and they did. Huge 2-out base hit by Austin Wells, who since Trevino got hurt, he has been really stepped up and playing really good ball. Chess, welcome into the basement. Welcome into the basement, Chess. Good to see you in here, man. You're an AFL fan. Great. You got some footy family in here way back, and Bond, myself. You got some footy fans in here, Chess. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. Welcome in. Reddick is not good for the Jets. Yeah, this has just been a joke, man. And he went back on his word. You know what? But the media just makes it sound like the Jets were the problem. The Jets went on. The problem is you can't go on people's word nowadays. So once the Jets and Reddick made a decision back then, they in March or April when they traded for him, he agreed that he was going to play and let the agent work it out with Joe Douglas, but he was here ready to go. And after that, the Jets trade John Franklin Myers to Denver, assuming that we have Reddick in place now. And here we are. But you know what? If he holds out, which he won't, there's just no way he's going to hold out for the whole season. The Jets have all the leverage, not him. The problem with Reddick is, and Medication, who you see in here, he's a fam dweller. Medication, who's in here, brought it to my attention, and he's right. He's holding out on the wrong team. The Jets' defense is great with or without him. Obviously, he is a great edge rusher. He's one of the better ones in the game. He'd be a compliment to the Jets' defense. He's not the savior of it. That's the thing. He's not the savior of the defense. And I think him holding out for the time, I don't think he expected to hold out this long. If this was the Jets from 3 years ago, he would have had a contract already. But our defense is already in place. We were number 3 overall last year. Bryce Huff is a loss. John Franklin Myers is a loss. Jermaine Johnson stepped it up last year, became a great edge rusher. Now Will McDonald, our second-year guy, 15th overall pick 2 years ago, and Michael Clemens in his third year. One of those two guys is going to get the opportunity to step up. I still think Reddick is going to be there. Because if he doesn't, let's just say worst case, he holds out the whole year. The Jets still have the rights to him next year. He sacrifices this year, the Jets still have the right to him next year. The Jets have all the leverage. He does not. This is like so stupid. He's never played one down with the Jets. The Jets have told them they don't talk to anybody that's not in camp. They won't negotiate anything with him until he shows up. What I don't understand is why isn't he holding in? A lot of players that are not, that, want contracts, hold in. They show up to practice so they don't get fined. This guy's over $1 million in fines at this point. Wow. Chess, I'm a Bombers fan, so it's game on tomorrow night. Oh, yeah, Chess is a Swans fan. Oh, that's a big game there. Trey, I guess 14 million ain't good enough for him. Yeah, that's why Philly got rid of him, because they didn't want to go through the headache of going over the new contract with him. So he's He wants the extension. Now, the Jets and he agreed that they would talk about the extension at the end of the year. The Jets were willing to give him something else that he didn't want. Fine. Fine. But the point is, he agreed to come and be a part of the team from day one, and he hasn't been at anything. Nothing. And I really think it's because he thought he was the savior of this defense. He's not. He would be a compliment to this defense. A compliment, a great compliment to this defense. But he's not the savior of it. And I think now they didn't expect to hold out this long. Wrong team. Again, credit the medication, who was the one that brought that to my attention. Wrong team. The Jets defense, of all things, is not the problem. Trey, I think he wants fully guaranteed, maybe a couple million more in incentives. Yeah, I mean, they're going to work something out. And again, he just has to show up, and I'm sure they'll talk it out, and he'll be on the team. But you know what? Like I said, they're not in trouble, Trey, if he doesn't. They're not in trouble if he doesn't. They just should have signed Bryce Huff. I did a month ago. My team Swan are one on the ladder, doing healthy. Mr. Marine, I don't think I've ever seen you so angry like that before. Yeah, he has. He gets going. He gets on his stuff. It's passionate. How about that, Gunner? Mr. Marine gets very passionate. He's been through a whole lot. Bond, Johnny's Discord channel. Oh, you want me to? I could drop that in here. I could drop the link for that. Swans are still the threat. Don't worry. Oh, yeah. Trey thought 14 million was guaranteed. No, and I know that if he holds out, now look at the Yankees' upcoming schedule. We got to finish this win with the Sox. Then we got the Detroit Tigers, who aren't very good. Cleveland, that's a big series. Cleveland is very good. Cleveland is a very good team. And then we play Colorado, who is thankful that the White Sox exist, because Colorado is the second worst team in all of baseball. Reddick is 30 years old, Mr. Marine. So if he ended up pulling a Le'Veon Bell and held out the whole year, he's going to try to get a huge contract after missing a season and then being 31 next year. See, the Jets have all the leverage. He doesn't. Grisham's up now. We got first and second, 2 outs, still top of the 7th inning. Mr. Marine, way back, you got that right. Trey, he turns 30 this year, right? So he'd be 31 next year. He's not going to hold out the whole year. He'd be insane to do that. And the Jets, I'm glad the Jets came out and told him, we're not trading you. We're just not doing it. You're expected to be here. What other reason would he hold out this long for? He must have really thought he was the savior of this team. Again, is he better than Will McDonald and Michael Clemens coming off that other edge? Yeah, absolutely he is. Do I want him there as a Jet fan? Yeah, of course I do. I understand players hold out. This isn't anything new. CD Lamb's holding out, Brandon Ayuk. A lot of players hold out. I get all that. But the thing is his agent or one of them lied right away. Like Joe Douglas came out and said, we've been clear and consistent with what we've said before we even traded for him, from the initial conversation to now, that they would not give an extension to the end, even talk about it till the end of the season, but they would talk about incentives and other things. And they haven't done it. Grisham. Oh, that went foul. I think most NFL contracts should be incentive-based. Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you really want to be guaranteed and have the greatest money, you play baseball. There's no cap. I mean, baseball is insane. These players get paid, and not every player gets Ohtani money, but you guys know what I mean. These guys are, and they're well taken care of. Trey, he's still a double play. Double play. He's still a double-digit sack guy, especially with the other D-line guys next to him. Want him this year, maybe not 5 years after this year. I want him too, Trey. I just said it too. I want him too. And I know he'll end up playing. We got Javon Kinlaw from the 49ers also. Our defensive line is disruptive. Disruptive. Look at how Jermaine Johnson stepped up last year. I'm very excited for the Jets. I love how a lot of the media hates on them, like Pro Football Talk. So the Jets were going to be 25th overall. Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk said the Jets would be the 25th best team in the league. 25th. That's just insulting, man. Like, that's crazy. 25th. All I talk about, well, if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt or Mike Williams from the Chargers, well, he's just coming off an ACL. And it's like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Even if Rodgers, let's just say Rodgers did get hurt and it misses a few games or what have you. Tyrod Taylor is not a scrub backup. Tyrod Taylor has instant respect in that huddle. Instant respect in that huddle. Mike Williams, if a lot of these if Mike Williams had gone to, like, let's say the Cowboys, the Cowboys, what a great player. He went to the 49ers. Anywhere else, they wouldn't be talking like this. All the players the Jets get is like, well, what if he gets injured? What if he gets injured? What if Joe Burrow gets injured again? Joe Burrow's a great young quarterback. He's missed a lot of time, more than just 1 year. I mean, anything like that can happen with any player. The Jets have been a poorly run organization. I am over 4 decades fan. I'm not delusional about their poorly run organization, but the hate on them is like a little ridiculous. Garrett Wilson had over 1,000 yards receiving 2 years in a row with 4 different quarterbacks, both years behind a horrendous offensive line. And he was the main guy. He's getting double covered a lot. And he still got over 1,000 yards. What is he going to do with Aaron Rodgers? See what I mean? Like, I don't understand all the hate. I can understand if they want to nitpick and say, well, they're not going to win a Super Bowl. They're not, you want to talk about how far they're going to go in the playoffs or not. That's one topic. But to say they're just not going to make it or they're a 6-win team, they won 7 games last year with the most dysfunction on offense, mainly because of their offensive coordinator. It just, I mean, their plays were like so predictable. Everything was Breece Hall up the middle. Or let's get it, I mean, it was like backyard football. It's like you run to the Gatorade cooler, cut in, you fake in, go out. We'll fake the handoff to you. You guys block, and somebody get open. That's what it felt like every play. Baseball, nothing compared to basketball. Well, baseball, it's just that there's no salary cap, Mr. Marine. There's no salary cap in baseball. And their contracts are guaranteed. All of them are guaranteed. Basketball has a lot of huge contracts too, but some of these guys don't get, well, baseball too, some of them don't get paid the same way either, but they, with no salary cap, like, I mean, Ohtani getting a $700 million contract is out of this world insane. And then he made it to where he's paying himself like $2 million a year for like the first 2 or 3 years. And then it's all backloaded. So he's getting like, probably after he retired, he's going to be getting $40 million a year. Isn't that crazy? All right, so we're in the top of the 8th inning. We already got one out. I used to live in Westbury in Tasmania. Chess says I live in Tassie, unfortunately. Tasmania, okay. 2028, Tassie will join. It will suck. Oh, that's right. There is a new team coming to Tasmania. What's their name going to be? It has to be Devils, right? Tasmanian Devils. What other name would you name a team that's in Tasmania? But the Devils, wouldn't you? So bottom of the 7th inning, one out. You got Michael Tonkin on the mound, who's actually been a pretty good pitcher. The Yankees are his 3rd team this year. He got released from 2 teams in April. One of them were the Mets, and the Yankees picked him up at the end of April. He looks like a door-to-door insurance salesman. Michael Tonkin. He looks like a door-to-door insurance salesman. He doesn't look like a professional pitcher, but man, the guy's good. Trey, these talking heads act like they're a 7-10 team with a healthy O-line and healthy Rodgers. Right. That's right, Trey. That's exactly what they call them. They won 7 games last year with dysfunction. So with a fully healthy squad, they're still going to miss they're a 6 to 8 win team. On average, that's what most of them are saying. Big shout out to Mad Dog Radio, Adam Shine, who is a Buffalo Bills fan. I call into the show. I haven't called in a while, but I'm known as Johnny in Jersey. I call in, and he's a Bills fan. He's the most realistic guy when it comes to the Jets and other teams. He's not a Jet fan. He talks huge of Breece Hall. I mean, there's people that think that Breece Hall is like an okay running back. Like the guy is an incredible running back. He had 994 yards rushing this year and 76 catches out of the backfield with that much dysfunction. I mean, he's the only one that says the Jets are a serious contender this year. He's not the only one, but he disregards what a lot of these other just everything the Jets do is just is a terrible thing. They're not going to. Yeah, I always feel like you could put Patrick Mahomes right now on the Jets, and they'll all still say they'll be a 6-win team. It's just amazing. Where am I at here? Gunner, Mr. Marine, the sports I watch, I rank football, hockey, lacrosse, then baseball. One problem I'm having with the NFL is I like baseball. Excuse me, I'm starting to like basketball and hockey overall more than football as a whole. Football is becoming more the national entertainment league. They're more worried about doing things that when Taylor Swift is on and other entertainers and taking like you can't hip tackle anymore. Who was the tight end from the Ravens last year that got hurt in the first game or second game because of a hip tackle? Guy tackled him from the side and used his weight and pulled him down because this guy got hurt. It's becoming too much of I understand CTE and concussions, but now everything is getting changed. And even the kickoff, everything's getting changed. You can't hip tackle anymore. So Derrick Henry's running up the sideline and you're the size of a Sauce Gardner. You can't wrap him from the side and pull him down. That's now a 15-yard penalty. And since this is going to be the first year of that new penalty, you better believe it's going to be called all the time. You better believe it's going to be called all the time. And they're more worried about entertainers, and they cater to the casual fan. They cater to the casual fan more than the regular fan. They're more worried about halftime shows and doing Taylor Swift stuff and other people. Like, who cares, man? Why am I watching a game and after every play we got to see what Taylor Swift and Kelsey are doing? They're so focused on entertainment more than the game. The game is secondary now. It's becoming really irritating. And taking away, I understand the concussions and I'm all for it. No headshots, no spear. See what they do in hockey? They tried all these big rules in hockey, but because hockey, it needs the casual fan because of the big hits and, they downside the goalie equipment a little bit, so there's more scoring. But the big hits now, like you can't do the Scott Stevens shoulder to the jaw anymore. Scott Stevens, the Eric Lindros, the bully took down the bully, right? You can't do that kind of shot, but they don't do it like if the shoulder hits hard into the chest, you don't see this guy getting suspended and all types of fines and the media talking about it forever and referees calling that because they felt that shot, even though it's legal, we got to call that anyway because he hit him too hard. Well, if it's a legal hit, there should be no flag. Hockey doesn't do it like that. You can lay a guy out as long as you're legally putting your shoulder into his chest and not into his head, or his head's not snapping back, or you're not driving his head into the boards. I mean, I agree with that one. But in football, the referees are allowed judgment calls. If they feel that, even though it's a legal hit, if they feel it was too hard, they can throw that flag. So guess what that means? Favoritism starts. So I've been turned to, I love football, don't get me wrong. Now Volpe decides to get a hit when we're winning and nobody's on base. When we're bases loaded, he strikes out. Anyway, he's at second base. You got a leadoff double, top of the 8th inning. Boy, I just went on a real soapbox there. I lost my place too. I don't know where. I'm just going to pick up somewhere. Well, anyway, that's where we're at. And anybody see the Richmond race in NASCAR on Sunday? You see that dirty win by Austin Dillon? Oh my gosh, the guy was playing bumper cars. If anybody saw that. Trey, average players in the NBA are getting max contracts. Yeah, the NBA, they get paid a lot of money too. I just think baseball gets paid the most. Because, I mean, think about it. Juan Soto is going to go for a $500 million contract or more. And normally I'm like, oh, that's ridiculous. You know what? The Yankees need to pay him. Gunnar, if you grew up in the 80s and the 90s, you would have not only watched but loved basketball. No doubt. I grew up in the 80s. Born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s. Cabrera, another key hit. Volpe's going to score. That'll make it 5-2. Who was I saying at the beginning of this game the Yankees need to pay attention to with Jazz being hurt? Cabrera said at the beginning of this game. This guy is Johnny on the spot. Bond, when Tazzy gets their team in the Hawks, will be homeless. Oh, wow. Mr. Marine, hockey, football, basketball, then baseball. I do like 70, 80, 90s. Oh, come on. The Attitude Era. Now you're going back, Mr. Marine. Attitude Era in wrestling was like everybody was watching that. I still watch wrestling occasionally. I get into it and then I fall out of it. Then I get into it again. It's because they keep the same storylines going for too long and then I'll fade away from wrestling. And then when things start switching up, I'll get back into it. Like this year, I'm just going to wait for, I'll start again in January when they do, I can't even think of it now. Not King of the Ring. Come on. Because that's usually when everything changes in WrestleMania. Now let's just see what's going on at that point. Bruin, it's crazy to think billion-dollar contracts might be a thing in the future. Sure. Otani's already got $700 million. Warner Brothers had the rights to that name, but wow, they got the deal done anyway. Even if Collingwood got knocked out, I wish they kept playing. See, Collingwood is like the Yankees, the Cowboys. I'll just say the Yankees and the Cowboys of sports. You need them well, finals for you guys, but you need them in there. Why? Because because of the people that love them and the people that hate them. They draw a crowd. The league, the AFL, needs Collingwood in that finals because people watch them more because they hate them than they like them. Just like the Yankees, people watch because they want to see them lose. There's people right now dying for the White Sox to take 2 out of 3 from the Yankees so they can rip on the Yankee fans and tell them how much they suck and how sorry they are and all that. And the Cowboys, everybody wants to see them not win a Super Bowl, let alone even get to a championship game, which they haven't been to since 1995. So Collingwood needs to be in that finals for ratings because people want to see them lose more than they want to see them win. Bruin, you're right about that. Gunner, NFL contracts are arguably some of the worst across sports. Look at the top 10 paid quarterbacks and tell me it makes sense. Right. Look at the hockey top stars. These guys aren't getting paid like these guys are getting paid in all the other 3 sports. Right? They're not. They're not. Put it this way. You ready? Sidney Crosby. Sidney Crosby's average annual salary. I mean, Sidney Crosby's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Sidney Crosby has saved the sport from long ago, brought in the next generation. It's a 5-tool player, has got the rings, got all of it, right? You know what his average salary is? Average salary is $8.7 million a year. $8.7 million a year for Sidney Crosby. That's part of a 12-year, $104 million deal. 12-year, $104 million deal he signed, when he was still in his prime. I mean, that's the Aaron Judge, Otani, LeBron of hockey. That's what he's getting paid. Average annual salary, $8.7 million. That's why hockey needs the casual fan. NFL contracts, I read that. Lockport, Bruin billion-dollar contracts for players and fans getting screwed with expensive tickets. You know what, Lockport? And you know what? We're the ones that put them on that pedestal. So we can't hate the player. You got to hate the system. You know what else is coming? Hold on. Verdugo's up. Pass ball. Cabrera's going to second. Cabrera's going to second base. It's 5-2 Yankees. Let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you. The NFL now, have you noticed last year started what? What did last year start? The pay-per-view one playoff game. One wild card game had to be on Peacock, right? So if you didn't have Peacock, well, I'll just get the app and then I'll just get rid of it. No, that's a sign of the times that's coming. That's a sign of the time that's coming. Who controls that? People complain about it. Oh, now we're going to have to pay for game. No, you don't. I don't know how much Peacock paid to get that one playoff game on their app, and you couldn't watch it anywhere else, like Apple TV. It's like Apple TV getting some big Friday games from baseball. We control that. If you don't get the app and you don't watch it, they don't win. They don't get the revenue. They don't get the money. It's up to the fans. Because I always said within 5 years, the Super Bowl will be a pay-per-view event. You watch. We're heading that way. The Super Bowl will be a pay-per-view event. People will bitch and moan and complain and still pay for it. You watch. It's going to be... Did you know this year on Christmas Day, to compete with the NBA, the NFL is going to have football games all day, but you have to have Netflix. Verdugo with a hit. Cabrera's going to go home. It's going to be 6-2 Yankees. Verdugo with a double. Look at this. Guys, we control it as the fans. We complain, we moan, and we get the app anyway because I'm not going to miss the game, and the NFL knows it. Netflix is covering all football games on Sunday, but you got to pay for Netflix to get it, or you're going to miss all the Christmas Day games. That's where it's headed. We control that. We do. Nobody pays for it. Nobody gets it. They're not going to keep doing it. But that's not going to happen because they know you're going to do it. Pay-per-view Super Bowl, people pay for it and complain about it and still get it. Bond, Hollywood could leave the AFL. I definitely won't miss them. I get it, but you understand what I'm saying. They need them for ratings. You guys are old enough to remember John McEnroe. Do you know how many Wimbledon and how many organizations wish they didn't have to have that guy on the court? But he was one of the best players, and he brought ratings. People that hated him wanted to see him lose more than the people that loved him wanted to see him win. Controversy brings ratings. We need Al Bundy 4 touchdown in one game now. That football, right? Way back watching Hawthorne pump the pies was pretty good. There you go. And I took the Hawks. The Hawks have been winning for me way back. I've been taking them a lot. Aaron Judge is up right now. It's 6-2 Yankees. Men on first and second, one out. This was a fast-moving game up until the 7th inning when the Yankees finally decided we got to win this series. Mason Cox, hey, guys, I told you. I got his Guernsey. I didn't say I was I have to support the American that's over there. Yep. Hey, that's my favorite player. Charlie Cameron. Guy's a beast. That's the guy I like. That's my favorite player. Aaron Judge just hit a 3-run home run. Boom, 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 boom. Aaron Judge hit 300 home runs. He's the fastest player in history to hit 300 home runs. He just did it. He just set the record. He is the fastest player in history to hit 300 home runs. I think he did it in less than let me see how many at-bats it took him. I got to go, sports lovers. See you soon. All right, way back as always. Thanks for the support. McDavid has been the best player in the league for almost 10 years. He's making $13.5 million. Right. There's my point, Tracy. No TV deals. That's right, Lockport. Now ESPN and TNT have taken over a lot of the NHL contracts. Now you'll see it start boosting. Aaron Judge, fewest games to hold on. I'll tell you right now. Finally, the Yankees turned it on. Want to see this crazy stat? And here are the names involved. Ready? Here are the names involved. It took Aaron Judge 955 games to hit 300 home runs. fastest in the history of the game. Ralph Kiner, Ryan Howard, Juan Gonzalez, A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, for those who don't know who A-Rod is, and Giancarlo Stanton all took over 1,000 at-bats to get the 300 home runs. Aaron Judge has done it in 955 games. It is 9-2 Yankees, top of the eighth inning. Yes, Trey, all rise right there. 99. Judge. I thought you were Mr. Marine there for a second, Lockport. I know, right? I thought that too because of the color of his Abby there. Profile, just me too, because they have the same color. Bruin, how much does McDavid make? Yeah, 12.5 million a year. 12.5 million, and he is a top player like an Aaron Judge. He'd be like the Aaron Judge of hockey, LeBron of hockey. That's what he gets paid. Sidney Crosby, I told you, in his prime, signed a 12-year deal for $105 million. Sidney Crosby. That's one of the top 10 players of all time. Maybe top 5 if you want to argue it, but yeah, top 10. In today's day, 100, are you kidding me? A baseball, basketball, or football player would laugh at that contract of that elite status. His annual salary is $8 million at this point in his career. At that point of the contract, it's it was all front loaded, so now he's getting like annual 80 a year. This team relies on Soto and Judge way too much. No doubt, Gunner. When Jazz was here, we were getting home runs and base stealing from him. Austin Wells, though, I'm going to start giving some credit out. Austin Wells does get key hits lately since Trevino's been out. And he just hit a home run. Austin Wells. It's 10-2 Yankees now. That's good because I'm tired. I won't be staying up for the whole thing, and I got to take basement mascot out. Gunner. So, yes, I do agree with you, Gunner, to a point. Definitely. Johnny, I thought YouTube controls the NFL game. They control the NFL Sunday Ticket. NFL Sunday Ticket. They took that over from DirecTV, Mr. Marine. Do you know how much that is? Like the baseball package is $119. The NBA package is $119, and the NHL is $119. They're all around that, or $150. Do you know the YouTube package? The YouTube package for the NFL Sunday Direct Ticket, $450. $450. I'm not paying that. And guys, I don't live in an all Jets area, so I don't get every Jets game. Thankfully, they're going to be on a whole lot of national TV, and those are games I'll be doing. And when they show them at times that I can get the game, I'm no way paying $450 for NFL Sunday Ticket. Because you know what? Honestly, the only games I really care about is the Jets, the Giants. You guys know I like the Giants. You guys know the only New York team I hate is who? The Islanders. I'll never in life go for them. See you way back. I don't even have a baseball team, Bon. Well, you're a Yankee fan now, Bon. That's what you are. We just made you a Yankee fan. Lockport by a lot of games, Johnny. Next guy played 132 more games. Yeah, Ralph Kiner. You know how long ago that was? Whatever happened to the Ben Rice guy? He's still around, but you know what, Bruin? Ben Rice is kind of like, he had a tremendous game against the Red Sox, 3 home runs. He was like, came out of the gate running out the gate. He slowed down a lot. And he's a catcher by nature in AAA, but because we had Trevino and Austin Wells here, they made an emergency first baseman trying him out there when Rizzo got hurt. When Rizzo got hurt, he was the original first baseman. His defense on first base, of course, he's learning it. I'm not going to rip him too much. He's learning a new position. Later in the games, they would take DJ from third, put him at first, and put Oswaldo Cabrera at third because he wasn't good on defense there. But Ben Rice still plays. But he's going to go back down when Rizzo comes along. What do you do with him? Oh, Grisham just hit a home run. Are you kidding? Trent Grisham just got robbed. Fletcher just robbed the home run from Grisham. Grisham just robbed him, but we just saw Aaron Judge do it. I'm going to be turning. There you go, Bond. You need one of these now, Bond. One of these. Anything. Yankees, anything. You need one of these. Oh my gosh. This is good. I'm glad they're winning like this because I'm going to be turning this off soon. Uh Chess. I think the grand final will be Lions versus Swans. That's awesome because my Lions started out very poorly. Chess. They started out very, very poorly, and they have turned it on. I know they, lost here and there at the end, but they turned it on for a while. The Lions killed it for a while. Being in Florida, I have to pay to watch that almost every game. Yeah, Trey, I'm not going to get every Jets game. I'm not going to get every Jets game. I get more Pittsburgh and Philadelphia games than I do Jets or Giants. Thankfully, like I said, the Direct TV wasn't as bad as YouTube. $450. You forget it. I'm not paying that. I used to get the Direct TV. They weren't as bad. YouTube added a couple hundred on that. Because NFL, everybody wants to see I used to want to see every game, not that badly. It's about $600 Australian. But yeah, man, guess what? I'm wearing the jersey, but I don't play for the Yankees. I can't afford that. Trey, Jets games. Yeah, I know. I hear you, Trey. That's why some Sundays, if you guys don't see me on, that's why, because I'm not paying that. You can forget it. But like I said, the Jets are going to be on a lot. The more they win, the more they'll be on. So, when they show games that look like they won't be on TV, and then they'll be on. Cool. What did Bruin do? What did I miss? Oh, Ben Rice. Yeah. Gunner, looking at today's contracts and looking back at the contract player like Bruce Smith had it is insane. Had 46. Yeah, 46 million in career earnings. Do you want to know, like, my favorite New York Yankee of all time when I was growing up was Dave Winfield. He's still one of my favorite Yankees of all time. Hall of Famer, Dave Winfield. Do you know when they signed him from the Padres in 1980 or 81? He got an unheard of contract of 10 years for $25 million. Dave Winfield's first contract after he was traded from the Padres to the Yankees. 10 years, $25 million. That was huge contract back then. And I think it was 1981. I think that's when he came to the Yankees. Yeah, 40. I knew what you meant, Gunner. 46.9 million career earnings. 10-2 Yankees. I'm about to turn this off and get Rocco outside. Bond, I think it'll be Hawks versus Bond. Wow, Hawks versus Bombers grand final. Hey, way back last year, before the season started last year, told me the Hawks were going to be good this season. He told me that last year, and he was right. Good young team, and they've been doing it. You should come to Australia and watch the grand final if it happens. Oh, yeah, you guys want to get me a ticket? I would love to see a match. Bond, I think the Hawks will definitely make the grand final. Johnny, you had ads during stream here. Yeah, that's part of how I get paid. Cabrera, nice stab. See, Cabrera takes advantage of the situations when it's presented to him to play. Like I said, when DJ gets released, you keep Cabrera as your all-around utility guy. I'll be pissed if they got rid of Cabrera. I don't think he should start over Jazz but he's your guy. DJ was our utility guy for a lot of years. He's older now. Now it's DJ. Now it's Cabrera's turn. You do not get rid of Cabrera. He'd have to be packaged for somebody amazing. Oh, there's Lou right now. Just texting him back when I'm telling him I'm about to wrap this up. Where am I at? Mr. Marine. Yeah, they balance them out, Mr. Marine. They'll stick them the ads in at it's either that or I stick them in when I feel like it. And you know what? I'll screw that up. And you guys already know what's going to happen. If I start messing around with when to insert ads and when not to, you guys already know. The whole stream will go down if I have to start playing around with that stuff. Zach Merritt will win the Brownlow medal. Oh, the Brownlow. That's the MVP, guys. For the don't know, that's the MVP of footy, the Brownlow. Trey, if it wasn't for the taxes, I would move back to New York and see every CBS game for a lot less than $450. Right. Amen. And to think that the other three sports don't do that, MLB, NBA, and NHL packages don't charge that amount of money. That's ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. There's going to be a whole lot of Jets games. Thankfully, Trey, you're going to see a whole lot of Jet games, especially in September on national TV. A whole lot of them. I think they're on national TV 7 times this year. 6 or 7. And then again, they keep winning. They're going to have them as, when they flip-flop games in December and all that, they're going to start putting on teams that are winning. Teams that aren't winning or aren't going to be nationally televised. And the Jets are going to be hated on anyway. You already know that. So they're probably going to show them for the same reason I brought up before. People want to see you lose, so they're going to watch. I'm glad where I work has a bar, so I get to watch. I know, Gunner, you got it made. You get to watch all the Bills games. Since the Buddy Franklin left, Hawks have not been good. Yeah, I don't understand why Buddy Franklin was ever let go from the Hawks. Didn't he play with Cyril Rioli? And they had some people on that team. New York Jets all over national. Yeah, they are. You know what? This is what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to look up the New York Jets schedule right now, and then I'm going to call it a day. And I should be back on Sunday night, guys. But again, I got to do my cousin's wake and funeral this weekend. I'll see that's Friday and Saturday. I'll see what happens Sunday. But I'll be on a lot after that. If I'm not on Sunday night, guys, I'll be on heavy after that. From Tuesday on next week or what have you, I'll definitely be on. I'm back, guys, so don't worry. Don't say, oh, no, Johnny's not on. He's not going to be on for a couple months. That's not true. That's not true. But this weekend is about family right now, so. But you guys are tremendous to be on with tonight, and it helps me out a lot because it gets my brain off that stuff. All right, here we go. All right, obviously we already know we start off the season Monday Night Football. That's 1. We got 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th right now. The White Sox have a runner on third, but who cares? We're winning 10-2. Okay, so that's 1. September 9th, Jets-Niners. September 19th, Patriots-Jets on national TV. Now, in the past, we would have hated that because we would have been embarrassed by the Patriots. Now it's going to be the reverse. We're going to embarrass them. So that's 2. Night games right there. Look at that. Week 1, week 3, and now week 5. October 6th, the Jets play the Vikings. Oh, that's 9:30 in the morning, but that's nationally televised game. That must be in London. I didn't even know they were going to London this year. So that's 3. After that, October 6th London game, we have immediate national televised game, Jets-Bills, Monday Night Football. That's 4. Then that same week, October 20th, wow, Mr. Marine, you weren't kidding. That same week, we have Sunday Night Football against the Steelers. That's 5. Think about that. October 6th, October 14th, and October 20th. Back-to-back-to-back nationally televised games. Let's make that 6. October 27th. No, excuse me. October 31st, Halloween. We play the Texans. That's 6. So all of October, except for 1 game, we're on national television. We have 4 out of 5 weeks that we are nationally televised in October. Holy crap. Then we have Sunday, November 17th. That's 7. Sunday Night Football against the Colts. And we have 7 games this year on national televised. National televised. 7 games. Can you imagine that 3 weeks in a row the Jets are nationally televised? 4 out of 5. Wow. Wow, I'm blown away. I didn't, Mr. Marine, you weren't kidding. You weren't kidding. See that, Trey? We don't have to worry about seeing every game. We're going to see a whole lot of them. And then they're going to show some anyway when they switch them up. Let me catch up here, guys. They always play at the worst time, Mr. Marine. You should come to Australia. Read that. Let me catch up. If it wasn't for Texas, read that. Since the buddy read that. New York Jets all over national. That's where I left off. Johnny, sorry to hear, but yeah, yeah, he was. He and I were close, man. We text a lot. Like sometimes when you see me texting on here, you haven't seen me do it the last couple of times because he just. We were just at his daughter's wedding, Mr. Marine, just 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. That's it, man. Life, he's 57, man. Life it's just crazy because I'm used to texting him, especially during Yankee games. So being on here with you guys has really helped a lot, and I really appreciate all you guys. So Friday I have to go to the wake, and then Saturday is the funeral. Like I said, Sunday night the Yankees play the Tigers. I probably will be on for that, but I can't guarantee it. We'll see how the weekend goes. But I'll definitely be on again next week, and we're just gonna run from there. We're just gonna run from there. Oh yeah, that's next week, Trey. I should be doing that series, right? The Yankees play the Indians. Indians. See, we're still saying that. Yankees play the next week. Yeah, they do. They start next Tuesday with that. I'll be on. That's definitely. If I'm not on Sunday night, guys, I'll be on Tuesday for the Yankees Cleveland. I do it too, Trey. I do it too. It's all good. I know what you meant. Next stream, you do only AFL talk and watch AFL. I don't stream the AFL because it's on at 2 in the morning here most of the time, so I don't do that. But I will be doing some AFL talk during the finals. When the finals come around, I'll do reviews and previews of that stuff, but I never stream the games because it's too late. I can't be on here at 2 in the morning. Gunner, we love you, Johnny. We're all here for our basement. Thanks, Gunner. I appreciate it, man. As I've always told you guys from day one, we're all fans in here. We're just hanging out. We're all fans. It's like we're in the basement bar. It's like when I used to go to bars when I used to drink. It's just we're all BSing with each other about everything, and I love it. It's awesome, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. I'll message you about what happened to Buddy and Cyril. Yeah, please do, Bond. Please send it in the Discord. I'll check that out, man, for sure. Bond, Chess, if you join us, Johnny's Discord channel, we have AFL fans. Oh yeah, let me put the link in now. That's what I'll do, and then we'll end it. Because this game is all but over. Lost the screen. Yeah, you got tons of AFL fans in there, Chess. So let me get the link. I'll drop that in, and then we'll call it a day, guys. For a second there, I haven't done the link in a while. I almost forgot how to do it. I found it though. There you go. There's the Discord link right there for you. All right, guys. Well, the Yankees are wrapping this up. They only have the bottom of the ninth to go. I'm not going to stick around for 3 outs for them. Oh, Trey, it's great seeing you too, brother. Great seeing you too, man. We're going to be back on this, Bond. I just read that. Does anyone have the Discord link for Chess? I just dropped it. There you go. 57 scares shit out of me. I'd be 57 in December. I know it, Mr. Marine. I know. And he and I were just talking about everything that was coming up. We're going to go to a Yankee game. I text him a lot during the sports events, man. And he and I talked a lot. Even when I was trucking across the country, he and I talked a lot, man. He just like that. His daughter just got married just a couple weeks, end of July. And here we are. It's just life goes too fast, man. But like I said, I appreciate every single one of you guys, but I'm going to call it a day here. Trey, great to see you again. Bond, everybody. If I'm not on Sunday night, I'll be on Tuesday for Cleveland, okay? I can't guarantee Sunday. We got everything coming up this weekend. Tuesday, I will be on for Cleveland. I'll definitely be on for that. If not, I'll see you guys. If not Sunday, I'll be on Tuesday. Guys, thank you so much for the support. So great to be back. Let's get into the baseball. It's coming up, playoffs, football, basketball, hockey. We're all getting into the best season. Let's go, guys. Thanks again for the support, and I'll see you guys Sunday or Tuesday. Have a good night, guys. And yes, the Yankees didn't embarrass themselves. Yes. Oh my gosh, what a worry that was. See ya.